Good evening, everyone. And how is everyone doing? I hope you guys are doing okay this evening. Um, as you come into the room, please hit the like button. Also, share the video. And if you have not subscribed, please subscribe. I'm glad to see you guys here tonight. Let's see who is in here tonight. I see Too Pretty Miss Kitty. I see Natural Born Queen. Miss Kimberly. Miss Kimberly is a member and a moderator. Miss Anissa. Miss Jacqueline is a member. I see Jeff Lee. Would it be Jeff Lee? Who else? I see Miss Shan, Miss Diane, Miss Nika is a member. I see Alvarez. I see Little Miss Muffin. She's a member. I see Tasman. I see Miss Hakia. She's a member. And did I say Natural Born Queen? And who else is in here? I see it's quite a few people in here right now. I see Black Diamond. I like that name, Black Diamond. Um, who else is in here? Um I be wanting to see who's all in the chat. Did I say Hakia? Miss Hakia is a member and a moderator. Joy Loves God is a member. Um, if you when you by the subscribe button, there's a join button next to it, and that's how you become a member. How is everybody doing today, y'all? I had a long day. I've been going since early this morning because I had to be out on two situations early this morning. I see New Ocean Front Records and Gregory Finley. And so I've been like the Energizer Bunny. But I did get the opportunity to go and exercise. Y'all know I hired a trainer. And as soon as I hired him, my cases picked up again. Although I said I was not going to take any cases for August. You know, when the federal government call you, you be hating to turn them down. And I've been working like crazy, but I'm not going to take any cases for September after I finish these up. Yeah, let's see. I see Miss Michelle. I see Mr. William. Well, anyways, you guys, I'm here, and I still, even after I went and I exercised, I made me a balanced meal. I made me some spaghetti. Now I know a lot of people may say that spaghetti, because I had a taste for pasta today, and I make the best spaghetti. I like the way I season it, and what I do is I like to put ground chicken. You know, you can find ground chicken at the Walmart. I like to put ground chicken in my spaghetti and spicy turkey sausage, like the polar sausage that's spicy, but it's turkey. And so I put that in there. But what I did was I found the spinach pasta, the spinach noodles, the ones that are green, and those are keto friendly. And it's not heavy on my stomach or anything. So hey D-Ma. So that was really good. So hey Miss Kivia. So I had a lot going today, and guess what? I gotta get up and do it all over again tomorrow. That's why I say I'll retire for the day, get up, do it all over again tomorrow. And the sad thing about it is, child, oh Lord, I got to meet with one of the clients tomorrow. I be hating to meet with them, but sometimes certain people, there are particulars of what they want as it relates to a case, and they be wanting to sit down and meet with you and talk to you about it, and I can understand that. I guess a free meal is it's got to be keto friendly though, right? It's got to be keto friendly wherever we meet at. But anyways, you guys, look at me going on and on about my day because I've been going since early this morning. Um, hey, Miss Michelle. Hey, Courtney. Um, you guys, and before we start on this chat, this is something that because I didn't get a chance to do it because I was trying to eat my pasta. You know, my spinach noodles. They're good. I wanted to. I always, especially when I'm going into situations like this, I always kind of like to say a prayer, and I didn't get the opportunity to do that because I know when we're dealing in a internet world, and I know a lot of people say, "Well, how's she gonna cuss and then pray?" Because I can do whatever I want to do. That's why, that's why I do it. Just because I might get mad, and believe it or not, I'm not a real big cusser. I just people get me upset on here, and I might cuss them out. The hood come up, but I know that there are a lot of evil forces and entities that lurk. You know, they're scared. It has not registered, that um, that the police are, the police have their own trail. It has not registered. I guess they feel like because they are still out. See, that's how you know that everybody is not gotten. You know, when people start, doing certain things, when you talk about certain topics. And but it has not registered to them, or maybe it has, that the police is, they've been on their trail, and it has nothing to do with you or I, because they have their own people that they work with. Okay. William says, Miss T, you drop bombs. I be trying not to cuss though, y'all, but folks get on my nerves sometimes. But I want to say a prayer, and I just want to say a short prayer. And as I say this prayer, I'm sending this out to everybody, who may have, all of you all, because I know when people get on here, sometimes they don't feel the best, and um, they have family members, that may not feel the best, and everything that connects to us kind of connects to whoever is attached to us. Okay. So that's why we have to be very careful about what we allow to attach to us and who we attach to, because you don't ever know what they are connected to. And I do believe in the transference of spirits and things of that nature. So I just wanted to ask God to watch over this live and to touch and guard the ear gates and the eye gates of everybody that is on here, right? No evil entities, whether it be any voodoo, any evil forces that comes at me or anybody in my chat with good intentions, may the curse be reversed and sent back to them. And we come with good intentions, okay? And so all those things that need to be said, allow the people to say it with a clear heart, and not have a heavy spirit, right? And any evil forces that try to come up against us, whether whoever it is, may they see it back in less than 30 days, the wrath of God. Okay. Um, I always say that because you have to give God a time. So every demonic spirit that tries to come up against us, it will reverse back to them, and they'll see it back in less than 30 days. Okay. But anyways, you guys, I wanted to talk about, and it's going to be a good show tonight. I wanted to talk about Shondell Barnett. I was like, child, where is Shondell Barnett? Why can't they find him? They just can't seem to find. That's right. Everybody come into agreement and say that it is so, right? That's how you seal a prayer. Amen. It's always yes and amen, and it is so. And so then that's when the spiritual angels start to go and send things into the atmosphere and fight the enemy on your behalf. We just command all our warring angels to come down and protect us. Okay. Um, Thank you, Miss Shada. Is it Shada? Shade? Thank you. I see Rest in Peace Young Dolph was in here, I believe. Did I see rest in peace? I thought I saw rest in peace, Young Dolphin here. But I wanted to talk about why they can't find Shondell Barnett now. We know that Shondell Barnett, a lot of people talked about there had been a lot of speculations of when a video was out, when it was over, what he was allegedly that was him in the hood with a black youngster when they was over in Dawes Hood with the guns and things of that nature. And there were other people that said that that was not him. I kind of went back and looked at the texture of the hair, and I was like, because I kind of checked everything out, it looked like him. I don't know a lot. Some people say it wasn't. I do know people have lookalikes. I don't know, but they said Shondell is in the river. Okay, Unc turned himself in. We're gonna talk about that in a few minutes. Then Big Unc, oh Lord, turned himself into the feds. Lord have mercy. And so Shondell Barnett was in the beginning we thought that he was just one of the accomplices, somebody that drove straight drop around. Well, that's what a lot of people thought. I always knew from the very beginning, I was like, well, even before anybody said anything to me about it, why would somebody put their life on the line just to drive somebody who is wanted, who you got all of these people, there was a manhunt for him. Only a crazy person would put their life on the line um, to drive somebody around like that. That's crazy because we know when the marshals start hunting for you, they can shoot you down like a dog, as they say. So I knew it was something that was not right. I knew it was something that was not right even before I was, anybody ever even said anything, about that. As far as him driving him around, that means there was some type of interest. Like it, people just don't do stuff like that. Okay. He said, "Rest in peace, young dog. They're free rocket so hard." Yeah. So what I want to do, let me pull some stuff up, y'all. I want to kind of go back to the beginning. Um, let me see.
Is now wanted in connection with the murder of Memphis rapper Young Dolph. U.S. Marshals had previously arrested Shundale Barnett along with accused killer Justin Johnson. Barnett was a passenger in Johnson's car when they were captured in Indiana. Barnett was supposed to be extradited to Memphis along with Johnson, but for some reason he was not. The Shelby County Sheriff's Office is now looking for him. It's not clear why he wasn't extradited back to Memphis.
Let me see, you guys. It was another one that I wanted to show. Okay, this I tell y'all, that's so strange, right? Oh Lord, the sheriff is he did not give any information. He kind of threw me off when he said he didn't know what the warrant was for. He's the sheriff and he didn't know what his warrant was for. That's kind of weird. I'm talking about even in another county. And then he said they called and said that they no longer wanted him. But if you listen to the chief marshal, when they first got straight drop, they said that he was wanted for accessory after the fact to first degree murder, and then miraculously his charges was upgraded to first degree murder, attempted first degree murder, accessory after the fact, and theft of property 10. Was it 10 to, I believe it was 10, was it 10 to 60? Because anytime it's a theft of property 10 to 60, that's a car, which means he stole a car. I believe he did say 10 to 60. I'm not sure. Yeah, make sure I want to show something else. Let me see. I think I'm just, hold on.
With the latest, Brad.
About them, but unfortunately, you won't be able to see their faces. I also want to thank the clerk's office for allowing us to use their space. And I'm told this is the first time that the Marshal Service has held a press conference in this space. So I think this is certainly fitting and proper that we do this. So we're going to give you a few updates in this investigation. So as you know, the U.S. Marshal Service is the
And the reason I'm replaying this, you guys, it's always best to, because we tend to forget, they gave out a lot of information in the beginning. And even though, I mean, they gave out quite a few clues. And it's always best to go back to the beginning, okay? Sometimes and revisit that. I know a lot of times we forget, especially when there's been so much garbage thrown out, but they gave out quite a bit of hints.
federal government's primary agency for fugitive investigations. I think we are the best of the best. We get results, and today's announcement demonstrates that. When the Two Rivers Violent Fugitive Task Force, thank you. Sorry, it was somebody's recorder here.
Yeah, is it still recording?
It is. Okay. When the Two Rivers Violent Fugitive Task Force was asked to participate in this fugitive investigation, we since that time we've logged hundreds and hundreds of hours into trying to apprehend Justin Johnson, even before the reward announcement. And once the reward announcement was made, we received over 500 tips, and we went through that process of vetting those tips and reaching out to our partners across the Southeast to help us check addresses. And I'll just tell you a few of the places that we checked. We went to Indianapolis, Dallas, Houston, Atlanta, and Hampton, Virginia, checking different addresses.
Y'all did hear those places now. Just keep that in mind and never forget that ever again, okay?
Following up on tips. We were very diligent in what we did. And yesterday, with the assistance of our headquarters Investigative Operations Division, headquartered at Marshals headquarters in Arlington, Virginia, we got a tip that Justin Johnson was traveling on Highway 42 in Indiana. So we contacted the Great Lakes, U.S. Marshals Great Lakes Regional Fugitive Task Force.
Now, who would have gave him that tip?
And asked for their assistance. And so through a coordinated effort, they were able to stop a vehicle as it pulled into a truck stop in Brazil, Indiana, just outside of Terre Haute. And Justin Johnson was safely taken into custody. And I just want to also give credit to the Indiana State Police, the Putnam County Sheriff's Office, and the Terre Haute, Indiana Police Department for their assistance. And once he was taken into custody, we also identified a second person that was in the vehicle with him. It's a man that goes by the name of Shundale. I'll spell his name Shondale, Barnett, Barnett, Shondell Barnett. Date of birth is February 6, 1994. He's originally from Memphis, but lives in Dallas.
Remember, this is when they first got them. He said accessory after the fact to first degree murder. What changed for them to upgrade them?
He's being housed at the Clay County, Indiana jail, and he will face, there was a state warrant that the marshals filed on him. And so he will face go through the extradition process of being extradited back here to Shelby County. Now, Justin Johnson, on the other hand, he was transported to the Knox County, Indiana jail. And he was booked on a violation of federal supervised release. He went before a federal magistrate in the Southern District of Indiana this morning at 11:30. He waived his identity hearing and he waived his bond hearing. So in essence, he has agreed to come back to face the federal supervised release charges in the Western District of Tennessee. He will go before a judge in this building, go before a federal magistrate and have an initial appearance on that charge. I can't give you a timeline for safety purposes, but just know that when he's ready to be transported, the marshals will be bringing him back here to this building to face those charges. I want to thank Chief Davis for the confidence that she has in our office. Whenever their investigators, they do a tremendous job. MPD is just, you won't find a better agency when it comes to investigating crime. But when they get a warrant, I just appreciate the confidence they have in us. They'll call the marshals because they know that they're going to get results. I also want to thank our partner agencies on our task force. Chief Davis provides task force officers on our task force, as well as Shelby County Sheriff Floyd Bonner, Fayette County Sheriff Bobby Rouse, and the Tennessee Department of Correction. We have a great working relationship and a great partnership, and I just want you all to know that we do what we can to keep this community safe and apprehend violent fugitives on the run. I also want to thank General Wyrick. She's committed to prosecuting violent offenders in our community, and that's refreshing. Whenever we call, we need something from General Wyrick, she's always there, just a phone call away, and I just appreciate her. I also want to thank, as I said before, there's some guys on our task force that they have ate, slept, and drank Justin Johnson ever since this happened. I mean, I have to tell you, those guys took it a little bit personal, and you definitely could see that. I mean, they fielded calls all night long. They would come in, no sleep, eyes red, red from lack of sleep, not red from anything else. And I just thought I would clarify that. Just want to tell you that, you won't find a more committed group of guys, and it's that way throughout the Marshal Service. We pride ourselves on our work. That star been shining bright since 1789, and it's shining bright today. We do what we do, and we do it for the safety of our community. I'm going to step away, and next you'll hear from Chief Davis, and I think at the conclusion we'll answer what we're able to. Thank you. Chief.
Good afternoon. So what I'll do is provide just a bit of a summary of the MPD's work towards this particular case and the apprehension of these two wanted individuals. So on Wednesday, November 17, 2021, at approximately 12:24 p.m., Memphis police officers responded to a shooting at 2370 Airways Boulevard, Makiba's Homemade Cookies. Upon arrival, officers located 36-year-old Adolph Thornton Jr., known as Young Dolph, suffering from multiple gunshot wounds. Thornton was pronounced deceased on the scene by Memphis Fire Department personnel. After an exhaustive investigation by MPD staff, investigators, and supervisors, many who are in this room right now, 23-year-old Justin Johnson and 32-year-old Cornelius Smith were apprehended. Justin Johnson, who is a wanted person of interest in the murder of young Dolph, Adolph Thornton, is now in custody, thanks to the Marshals Service and their dogged, relentless, and unwavering commitment to getting this individual off the street. Cornelius Smith is now in custody as well, pending the following charges: first-degree murder, criminal attempt to first-degree murder, convicted felon in possession of a handgun, employing a firearm during the commission of a dangerous felony, and theft of property in the amount of $10,000 to $60,000. These arrests would not have been possible without the dedicated men and women of the Memphis Police Department and our partners, specifically our homicide unit. Last year, these investigators handled more than 300 homicide cases. They work day in and day out trying to identify individuals with the same type of aggression and unwavering, intrepid spirit that was involved in this particular case. And without the assistance of our partners, and this is a short list of individuals or groups that we need to identify. Of course, the United States Marshals, Marshal Tyrese Miller and his team, the Two Rivers Violent Fugitive Task Force, the Multi-Agency Gang Unit, MGU, Shelby County Sheriff's Department, the Tennessee Bureau of Investigations, the Covington Police Department, the South Haven Police Department, the
Yeah, here she gave a shout out to Covington.
DeSoto County Sheriff's Department, the Indiana State Police, and the Putnam County Sheriff's Department. The Memphis Police Department would also like to thank all the men and women who were involved in this investigation for their dedication and hard work. We also would like to thank the hundreds of citizens, not just from our area, but from around the country, who provided tips throughout this investigation to ensure these individuals were brought to justice. Thank you to our citizens and to the public for trusting the Memphis Police Department and utilizing our Crime Stoppers Anonymous tip line. This is an ongoing investigation. Thank you very much. And at this particular time, I'd like to ask our District Attorney General, Amy Wyrick, for remarks.
I'm gonna kind of forward
case. In November of 2017, he asked a criminal court judge to be released from that sentence, and the judge granted that request. That was 9 months of time on a 5-year sentence. In May of ordered that his sentence in the state court be run consecutive to any sentence that he may receive in the federal system. And in May of 2021, he had done his time in the federal system and was released from the Federal Bureau of Prisons. As for Cornelius Smith, he has a prior from 2011, a criminal attempt aggravated robbery and an aggravated assault for which he received a 3-year sentence. So I hope that helps clarify. Our office has fielded a lot of questions, and perhaps others of you in the room have as well.
We handled the fugitive investigation only.
I could try. Well, at this particular time, we can't get into the details just yet because we're still pending indictments. And the specifics, we had enough.
Did y'all just hear what she said? We are still pending indictments.
Probable cause to actually put out this wanted flyer for Justin Johnson. And we have enough information to ensure that he will see his day in court. But right now, we can't provide the specifics about it because it's still pending that indictment.
Do you have a theory on motive?
Not just yet. There has been just a wealth of tips and information and leads and putting this case together. And our officers and investigators have been working since this particular case began. Lots of rumors and innuendo, but we're really trying to sift through to the truth and what the real motives are. We're just not ready to put that out there right now.
To your knowledge, are these two suspects the two people caught in the video outside of?
She said they know the truth. Didn't she say that? And what the real motives are, they're not ready to put it out yet. Okay?
We can't say 100%, but we have enough information to have pushed this particular case to the point that it is now and pursue this in a court of law. There was enough evidence, enough material evidence, enough support and witnesses to be able to get this case to this point without me jeopardizing and
She said there was enough evidence and enough information from the witnesses. These are the people that some of these vloggers was put on here to try to find so that they could either be eliminated or intimidated. I keep trying to tell y'all, you have to go back to the beginning and listen to what the people that know say.
Indictment and information that will come out in the grand jury. That's about all I can say. And because of the fact that I'm not the investigator, and I don't want to put them in a position where they're revealing too much as well.
Understanding, are there going to be any more arrests? Understanding that these two people are here right now.
It is very possible. It is very possible. Once we, continue to conduct this investigation, there's no telling where it could potentially lead. There could be other individuals that are implicated in this particular homicide.
Are you all in conjunction with Covington Police to help them in their investigation as well? Because I know the white Mercedes-Benz
Yes.
is involved in.
We are all working together. That's why I outlined all of those different agencies, because at some point in time in this investigation, our investigators have had touch points with various other individuals, other law enforcement personnel around the country. So absolutely. Thank you.
Suspects get on y'all's radar? It seems like it was fast moving starting about December. Was there a break? Is that when they got on your radar?
It's been fast moving from the very beginning. It's just that when we have investigations that are as high profile as this, the police department is very careful about how much information we provide, to the general public.
You heard us say it's been fast moving from the beginning. I told y'all these people knew what happened from the beginning.
So that we don't compromise the investigation. But from day one, there were leads, and these investigators have been on the trail of individuals that we assume were involved in this.
I told you guys. I keep trying to tell y'all. I've told y'all this from the beginning.
And of course, that information was more robust in the last months.
Were Smith and Johnson mentioned on day one?
Not that I know of. I don't think I can answer that. Yeah, I'm not sure about that.
Do you know why they were in Indiana, specifically there?
I don't know that just yet. Do we know why? They've been all over the place. And I would assume that they were fleeing justice,
Well, as I stated earlier, there were several cities that have been searched, from Atlanta to Indianapolis, Houston, Dallas. So Justin Johnson has been very active since he's been on the run, and even more so after the reward announcement. So he never really stayed in one place very long.
Marshal Miller, Chief, I know this is a really high-profile case, a lot of interest in the community. Have you spoken with the family of this?
So y'all, he went to Dallas, he went to Houston, he went to Indianapolis. And where else did they say? To Virginia?
I can say that our staff has been very sensitive to the family to ensure that the family is aware of various iterations in this particular case. As far as reactions, I'd be uncomfortable to say what their reactions are. I would think that they're probably relieved at this point, though.
I know every homicide investigation is important, but
Yes.
how high profile this one, what does this mean for you all? I know this has so much community interest in general. What does
Yes.
this mean for the hard work of law?
Well, it really speaks to the work that these guys and gals do every day, and they really do. When we have the participation of other agencies and partnerships that we've been talking about, and we also have that very critical input from the community, and as it was said, we vetted hundreds and hundreds of leads. When we get that information, we can bring cases to closure much faster. There was an awful lot of information coming into the Memphis Police Department, and we appreciate the public's trust in us to keep their information confidential so that we can bring those individuals to justice. So not just with this case, we're hoping that we continue to see that level of engagement in providing information when we have these types of cases, especially cases of violent crime.
Reading the affidavit, understanding you all had a good bit of evidence on Cornelius Smith, the fingerprints on the car and whatnot. Did you all, keep Smith in custody or have any idea of his connection to Justin Johnson able to get a name like Justin Johnson?
Well, I think the case itself, there were just various iterations, various pieces of the puzzle that, came in at different times that strengthened the case even more. So it wasn't an all at once, this is our guy. It was the combination of layers of information that helped to solidify that case, that that person was involved.
There
Yes.
was, in this case in particular, there was an enormous amount of internet sleuthing and internet detectives who were constantly shooting around false accusations. To your knowledge, did anyone else get hurt because of the sometimes inaccurate information that was being thrown from one corner of TikTok to the other?
At this point, I don't think so. We don't have any information, and my staff is here, but I think I would have been made aware of any case that we thought was connected to this particular tragedy. So at this point, we don't think that there was any other individuals that were affected, negatively like that.
In the carjacking of that white Mercedes Benz, I did notice that there was one other suspect in that police report. I believe Terrion Owens.
Any person that might be associated with a specific crime is a person of interest. I'm not sure at what point or what level Mr. Owens is involved in this. We're still investigating, and as we mentioned before, this may have a rippling effect. There may be more involvement and more charges in the days to come as it relates to this.
We're going to take one more question.
Marshall, I have a question. Was Justin Johnson alone in the car, or was he with someone else, and did he resist arrest?
No, he was the driver. His passenger was Shondell Barnett,
Okay.
and he's going to be facing charges of accessory after the fact. And
So Straight Drop was the driver.
my office will get you a photo, get a photo out today of Shondell Barnett. But he was taken into custody without incident. So
Were they in another stolen car, or do you know?
the car was not stolen.
It was not stolen?
It was not stolen.
Okay.
Yes.
Did it belong to them, or where did they get this car?
Well, I can't. That could be part of Memphis's ongoing investigation about the car, and so I don't want to.
See there, the car that they was in, it belonged to somebody. You heard what he said.
Get too much. Don't want to provide too many details about that.
Do we know how long it will be before Justin Johnson is back?
Well, he'll be back here promptly. I don't want to give a definitive time because, again, that could be a safety concern for the marshals who have to bring him back here. As I understand, there's a lot of interest in it, and we just want to get him back safely so he can the wheels of justice can turn.
That's all the questions that we're going to take today. So if y'all got any further questions, all the PIOs are here. Y'all can direct them to us, and we'll try to answer as best as we can.
All right, thank you.
All right, you guys. So everybody thought that Shundale was driving Straight Drop around, but hell, they could have been, taking turns driving. But you heard what he said, that Straight Drop was the one driving. So they got intel on their location. You heard what he said. He kept reiterating they went to Dallas because they got intel that they was in Dallas. He said he did not stay in one place. He was moving around, but he went down to Houston and Dallas. He went to I believe they said Virginia and Indianapolis. I mean, that's something. So then Shundale, who was a passenger in the car, they just let him walk out and ain't been able to find him. I remember I was trying to look for that video where what's his name? What is that news guy name in Memphis? What is his name, y'all? Jeremy Pierre. He said that, he did another story about Shondell Barnett, and they said that there was still a warrant out for his arrest, and they were not actively looking for him. Isn't that weird? Now, you got Straight Drop and Cornelius that's going back and forth to court for the murder of Young Doll. And Shondell's charges has been upgraded to first-degree murder, accessory after the fact. You got criminal attempt first degree murder and theft of property $10,000 to $60,000, and they not looking for him. Shouldn't he be back and forth in court with straight dropping Cornelius? You would think they would be trying to find him because he's actively a part of this case. But nobody talks about him. Nobody has heard from him. None of that. But you have to listen to what they say. She says something about, we have pending indictments. She said that way back in January. We have pending indictments. So, and then on this video, I may have forwarded it. TG says he's an informant. Some people, I've heard some people say, now I know this is kind of, I can't believe I'm even repeating this, but I've heard some people say that they feel like Shundale is not a man anymore, that he went and had a change. I said, Lord have mercy. But hey, if he's still out there running, maybe he did, because I can't see a person being that hard for them to find. I just can't. Not unless Shundale was like this filthy rich guy who had all kinds of money to be able to go underground, child. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how he's been able to. They let him out. I mean, he's just had all kinds of good luck. They let him out of jail by mistake. And then he ain't been seen or heard from. Then they ain't looking for him. They're not even looking for him. They got, these two, the two that he's been, his charges have been upgraded. Straight dropping Cornelius, just going back and forth to court. And Shondell ain't been heard from, and they don't even seem to be looking for him. So that's just, it's kind of weird, So like somebody was saying, I guess while Straight Drop was driving, because I always wondered, I was like, dog, how did they know that they was going to stop at, they saw them come out of the hotel, how did they know they was going to stop at that gas station up there? Why didn't they get them when they came out the hotel? Y'all think Shondell, y'all think that Shondell gave the drop? He's trying to pull it Bruce Jenner. Republican says a guy is still a guy no matter what. That's true. That's how I look at it. Nika said it wasn't a mistake. Miss T laughed out loud. He probably did have that change. I heard those Texas rappers like Yellow Beezy be paying for those procedures. Oh Lord. What's the new charges? Well, his charges back then. Remember you heard the chief marshal say that he had been charged with accessory after the fact to first degree murder. But he still has that accessory after the fact, but his charges was upgraded to first degree murder. He's got the same charges that Straight Drop and Cornelius has. Now, why do y'all think that they upgraded his charges after they let him go? Why do y'all think that happened? Because he didn't have those charges at first. He was just accessory after the fact. But why do y'all think his charges was upgraded after, he was let, they claimed they let him go by mistake? I just don't think he would be that hard to find. But of course, Jeremy Pierre said they're not looking for him. So I think that's weird all by itself. Miss T. Shondell said, nah, bruh, this my boo I'm texting. You heard what she said. They have plenty of witnesses that help them to put the pieces together. And she said she appreciate them entrusting them. Okay. So I I tried to tell y'all that. But it's always good too. I know a lot of times a lot of stuff get lost in the sauce when, you know, when they put this out in January or February or whenever, and then you start to hear a lot of garbage. And so you'll forget because they're being kind of tight-lipped, and that's because they can't give out a whole lot of information and they have to protect their witnesses. They have to. The lady, I don't know if she wanted that to slip out. I don't know if that was a slip when she said we have pending indictments. She said that back in January. That's why I say it's always good to go back to the beginning and listen. Okay? She kept saying it was an ongoing investigation and more was probably going to be charged. And I think it was in this one. I thought because I pulled some more videos where she said that they was on a crime spree or something. I want to find that. Did y'all hear her say that? Maybe that was in another video. She said, let me see if I can find that. Cause see, I think, you know, Shundale just been having too much damn luck for me. He just been having too much luck. Hold on, y'all. Let me see if this is it.
Exclusive new information in the murder of Memphis rapper Young Dolph. Here's what we know as of right now at News Time. We have video of one suspect's arrest that you'll only see here on Fox 13, plus information on a third arrest connected to this case. And we'll show you how the community worked with law enforcement to bring the investigation to this point today.
Our team of reporters were spread out today, working sources, gathering exclusive new information. We have live reports from all three. Good evening, everyone. I'm Darcy Thomas.
I'm Daryl Green. Today we found out new information about the hunt for the two men police say are responsible for the murder of young Dolph. Justin Johnson and Cornelia Smith are in custody nearly 8 weeks after that murder. Fox 13's Jeremy Pierre is live tonight at Makeda's at Airway and Ketchum. And Jeremy, a lot of resources went into these two arrests.
Yeah, Daryl, check this out. We're talking at least 8 local, state, and national law enforcement agencies. Now, U.S. Marshals told me today they received up to 500 tips on the whereabouts of Justin Johnson days after young Dolph's murder here at Makeda's Cookies on Airways. And get this, those tips right there led law enforcement on a multi-state manhunt.
It's a major case. It's a big deal.
And that it is. Less than 24 hours after learning of the arrest of both Justin Johnson and Cornelia Smith, the two men accused of killing young Dolph, we learned how it happened with the help of hundreds of tips from.
We went through that process of vetting those tips and reaching out to our partners across the Southeast to help us.
U.S. Marshals arrested Johnson in Brazil, Indiana, Tuesday outside of Terre Haute after receiving a tip of where he was, but not before searching for him in Atlanta, Houston, Dallas, Indianapolis, and Hampton, Virginia. Memphis Police Chief C.J. Davis told reporters the investigation continues on as the suspects have connections to crimes in and outside of Memphis.
We're all working together.
Y'all heard what he said. The suspects have connections to crime in and outside of Memphis. Okay, I just wanted y'all to catch that. I knew I heard that.
That's why I outlined all of those different agencies, because at some point in time in this investigation, our investigators have had touch points with various other individuals, other law enforcement personnel around the country.
Davis said there could be more arrests in the death of young Dolph and other connected cases.
It is very possible. It is very possible. Once we, continue to conduct this investigation, there's no telling where it could potentially lead. There could be other individuals that are implicated in this particular homicide.
All right, here's information on when those suspects could be back in the city of Memphis, as well as court dates. Cornelia Smith is scheduled to be in court tomorrow morning at.
Okay, so I thought I heard that. Didn't y'all hear him say that they are connected to crimes in and outside of Memphis. Okay. So if he haven't a look, then he might be working for the feds. It's something weird about it. It's something weird about it. I've never known, you know, I didn't know. I don't think that Shundale was a multimillionaire. You know, obviously he wasn't. Well, I won't say he wasn't that smart because all this time everybody thought that Straight Drop was driving Straight Drop around, and it seemed like Straight Drop was doing the driving, but they could have been switching up because they traveling everywhere. They done went to Houston, they went to Dallas. I wonder why they go to all those places. Why y'all think they went down? They chose those places to go to. Why do y'all think they chose those states to go to? What do y'all think they was doing? Who did they know there? Because for them to be traveling, they was hiding out. I wonder who they knew in those states. Maybe they got family down there. What y'all think? We know that Shundale, always lived in the Irvin and Fort Worth area. Those were his areas that he lived in, the Irvin and the Fort Worth area. And that's like right around the Dallas area, right? That's the DFW area. So, that's the DFW area, you guys. Hold on one second. I'm trying to see something. Hold on for a minute, guys. But you know what I found weird? Shundale already knew. But somebody had to tell on Shundale, right? Somebody told on. They got some really good witnesses because Straight Drop and they had Cornelius. Straight Drop was already on the radar. Somebody told that Shundale was with him, right? But Straight Drop had to have gone down there to Dallas, I guess, because that's what Shundale, the Irvin Fort Worth area, the Dallas area. Shundale was already living down there. That's what Shundale was living at. I think his last address was in Irvin, which is, Irvin, Texas, which is like basically Dallas, like Dallas and Fort Worth. And then they went down there to Houston. Now Shundale used to live, he moved to Virginia for a little while. He didn't live there long, but he did have an address in Virginia. So I guess maybe that's why they went to Virginia. Now the Indianapolis thing just kind of blew me away. They was going to Indiana. Now I wonder what connection because Indiana, I got family down there, but I wonder who they would know down there in the Indiana area. Like I personally think that was going to be the final destination. That's personally what I think, but we have to try to figure out what connection would Straight Drop have to Indiana. That's a weird state. You have to think about now. All these states that they travel to would have some type of significance, because if not, they could have just went anywhere, right? So all of these states that they went to, that they traveled to, there was a significance, and trust me, there was somebody telling them where they was traveling to. You heard him say that he didn't stick around long. He was constantly moving around. So they had people that was, giving them information from the very start. But I'm trying to figure out who, gave them that, who gave the drop on that they was going to be at that hotel. Surely Straight Dropping them wouldn't have been crazy enough to be calling people, telling them, what hotel that they was going to be in. I don't know. I just find it kind of strange. I would say that somebody else probably told if Shondell didn't go missing. They just open up they open up the jail doors. They say the Bible says Paul and Silas prayed at midnight and the jail doors came open. That's why I say Shondell. Maybe Shondell is one of those favorite young men, because I mean they just open up the jail doors. I ain't heard about nothing like that happening since the Bible days. They just open up the jail doors and let him walk out, and he ain't been able to be found no more. I'm trying to tell you. So it's something. It's always been something weird about that to me. It has always been something extremely weird about that. Family, friends, associates, etc. Zach Randolph, who's connected to Bread Gang and Bag. Well, we do know that Zach is from down there in around is it Fort Wayne? He's from around Fort Wayne, Indiana. So yeah. Let's see. Sanchez says my coworker mentioned his mother moved there shortly after the murder. Who's Shondell's mother? Property is up north. Basketball property is up north. Well, we do know that Zach Randolph. That's his home. His family is still in the Fort Wayne area. He still has a house there. That's his hometown. Jeff Lee says his handler straight drop in former Fed prison in Indy. Talk about ghosting. Yeah, I just don't see how Shondell would be that hard to find, because I mean somebody had to come and pick him up, right? I'm sure he didn't leave in that car they was in, because that car was I'm almost positive that car was taken and put into evidence. So he didn't leave in that car. I'm sure somebody came and picked him up. It wouldn't have been hard for them to trace that. I'm sure he had to call somebody. Who he called. That wouldn't have been hard for them to trace, not them. So I don't know. He wouldn't have been that hard to get. I just don't understand why they supposedly don't got him. Zach always been a wannabe gangster. I don't know, a friend of mine, he called me tonight too. He was an inspector down over there at the East Precinct, and he just retired last year. I always be calling. I was talking to him right before I got on here. I was be calling, telling him get on my chat, because he knows a lot about that situation that happened between the two brothers that was killed. The two brothers, J Money and D Money. He knows. He worked in the precinct. He still remembers their mother's address. They was going to their house so much. I'm trying to think. Yeah, he was talking about a situation that happened with Zach Randolph. See, Zach Randolph used to like to hang out at East Memphis. He used to hang out with a lot of gang members. And he was telling me about a situation that happened where some gang members tried to rob Zach Randolph, and he said that Zach went and got some more gang members and came back. They was in like it's weird. I be wanting him to get on here and talk about that stuff. Let's see, because he's retired now. Monica J says, please tap the like button videos. Thank you, Monica. Shout out to Monica J, my moderator, is in the house. Nika says, it would all come out in the trial. It's more to this than we can even imagine. Absolutely, Nika. That's so true. Now, but if you listen to them, that's why I like to go back to the beginning. I wanted y'all to hear from the people themselves. Now, Chief Davis always drops some nuggets. She said, well, I can't say that because we got pending indictments. I think she kind of let that flub, because then she turned around and said there could be more people. I know you'll say some stuff and you'll forget. There could be more people that could be arrested. She kept saying it's a ongoing investigation. And then you just heard what Jeremy Pierre said, that they were committing crimes inside and outside of Tennessee. I guess I'm assuming while they was on the run. I don't know, but I think we need to think about those places that Straight Drop went to. He went to Dallas. He went to Houston. He went to Virginia, and he went to Indianapolis, and he was found in Indiana. I think, like I say, I think that was going to be his final destination. Because Indiana is not a state that somebody would just think to go to off the top of his damn head. You know what I mean? Like, you think, well, I'm gonna go hide it. I wouldn't think Indiana. I mean, I maybe me, because I got the other half of my family is down there. So, for me, that's different. Not unless Straight Drop got some family down there. I don't think he got no family down there, because I ran a history on him. He ain't got no family in Indiana. Okay, my system didn't pull up no family members in Indiana. My system didn't pull up no family members in Texas either. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out why he was in those places. It will all come out in the trial. It's more to this than we can even imagine. That's absolutely true. And you could tell just from Chief Davis, like, just from Chief Davis, the way that how she was talking, that it's a lot deeper than what we can ever imagine. That's why I always say, no, Monica, I didn't see it. That's why I always say, Monica says, Miss T, why aren't there attempted murder charges for the other people in the cookie shop? Monica, I don't know. You would think that would be, I don't know. I don't know. Because especially the young lady that was at the counter, I'm sure, and it could have been because they there was a direct attempt on Dolph and his brother. They shot at Dolph and his brother. It should have been, just because the other people were innocent bystanders, but they had a target, and the target was young. The target was young Dolph and his brother. Right. I'm gonna say this. Shauna says, because the cookie shop not responsible. Let me say this. I know a lot of people, have questions about, Makita's cookie shop or whatever. And they've, wanted me to say that the cookie shop, and I'm not saying you, Shauna, but I'm saying they've wanted me to say, and not you either, Monica, that the cookie shop was involved. I've never heard a credible source say that the cookie shop was involved. As I've said before, just like people have their differences of opinion as it relates to Young Dolph's artist. I was told that Young Dolph's artist was eliminated. I kind of follow. I give a lot of credence to what the people that I talk to say, right? So if the people that I talk to have not said to me that somebody in the cookie shop was involved, I'm not going to get on here and say that. Even if they had told me that, if they had told me that, what I would say is, it's probably something fishy going on in the cookie shop or whatever. Nobody credible has ever said that to me. And I'm going to tell you something. The reason I say that is because I've had conversation with people, and they've said some things. They've said some names. They've never said the cookie shop to me. They've never said, they flat out told me that Young Dolph's artist didn't have anything to do with this. Okay. And so, I don't get mad at people for believing what they want to believe, but I just kind of, when I trust people, and it's not going to be another vlogger. I know people get mad at that because they feel like I'm supposed to believe, you know what they say over what somebody that's credible says that actually has inside knowledge about the case. If it changes, it changes because it is an ongoing investigation. But I believe what the people who I am connected to say. That's who I believe. Okay. And I've never heard them say anything about the cookie shop. I don't know everything. They don't tell me everything. They don't have to tell me everything. But they've never said that to me. I've never heard that there was a lady that worked there got killed. I've never heard that, Miss Shada. Shada. I've never heard that. The case is tight-lipped. It's so many factors, variables, and avenues to this case that come back full circle and may connect to other things. Why release that in jeopardy? Absolutely. They got witnesses working with them. You heard what she said. They got witnesses working with them. And they have credible witnesses that know exactly what has happened, that has helped to get them that far. Then you hear her say, we appreciate them trusting us, and they got to keep them protected. Oh, Monica, I know, but I was also answering the question. When I was answering your question, I also was looking at another young lady's question too. But I understood what you were saying. But another young lady was asking me about the cookie shop too. But I know what you're saying. Like it would seem like that it would, because innocent bystanders could have been hit. Natural born queen says, to me, they're not off the table. Shada says, I think when the truth comes out, we all will be shocked. Republican says, that's why it's good to take your phones, tablets, etc., and record whatever happens out there and share the video with us, whether if the media give us the information or not. But what if they share that and like witnesses, they put their lives in danger? That's I think that's what a lot of people are failing to understand. Do y'all know how grimy this case is? I don't think people know how many people. I don't, yeah, I don't think people. Well, you have to protect the witnesses. That's all I'm saying. According to some bloggers, everyone in Memphis killed off, including me, and I've never. Ain't that the God's truth, Miss Barbara? Hey, DJ Smooth. Hey, Player Code, real witnesses, not no crackheads. Player Code said, real witnesses, not no crackheads. Cool fella says, my vibe visiting Memphis, I can tell some black cops get paid off. Some black cops get paid off. Well, I'm sure there's a bad apple in every bunch, cool fella. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you. But now, if you know of some that are crooked, I mean, as I always say, y'all be knowing about some crooked police. Y'all need to report it to Internal Affairs, because we don't want them on the street. TG says, yeah, Monica J, the girl said she saw the gun and started running when they shot. I wondered, where's the attempted murder on the employees? Don't they have to relocate the witnesses for their protection? I'm sure. Cool fella, yes, sir. Cops definitely getting paid, and they get paid in all cities. It's crooked people in every business. Ain't that the God's truth, TG? TG, plus allegedly there was someone in the back packing cookies. Yeah. For those of you all that are just coming into the room, y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. Let me see how many likes we got in here, because I haven't been paying attention to how many likes we got. The like button. I want to know. Oh, y'all, we only got 85 likes, y'all. Please hit the like button. We should have over 100 likes. Come on, y'all. Let's get the likes up. Let's get it up to. Let's get the likes up, y'all. Please. Let's get the likes up. So y'all, I told y'all now that Friday, the Friday before Trayon was indicted. Y'all, please hit the like button. Come on, y'all. Please hit the like button. We got 95 likes. Nika said her aunt used to work for MPD. If you haven't hit the like button, y'all, please hit the like button. We're at 95 likes. We need to have over 100 likes. Yes, please tap the like button. Thank you, cool fella. I appreciate that so much. Come on, y'all. We need a few more. Yeah, I'm just thinking they have some witnesses already in the protective custody. You know, Chief Davis kind of put everything out there. You know, I have to be honest, Miss T. I don't need to see the shooting, but I would like the video of everything leading up to the shooting. Thank you guys so much. Y'all so kind. Y'all hit that like button for me. I appreciate that. When you say everything leading up to it, what do you mean? Are you talking about him getting out of his car? I'm sure at some point y'all will get to see the video of him getting out of the car, walking into the cookie shop. As far as seeing him shot down, if I was his family, I would forbid that. If that ever came out, you know, the news medias and whoever, whatever else media is going to take a chance on being sued. Because I know I would do it. Just like what Kobe Bryant's wife is doing. And a lot of people agree with Vanessa Bryant. I don't understand it. That Kobe's body should not have been shown, and she is suing the sheriff's office for millions of dollars. I think it's the same way with Young Dolph. I wonder why people don't want to, you know, feel the same way about Young Dolph as they do about Kobe. I can't wait for the day. So I want to know. I want to know what y'all think. Do y'all think that Shundale is somebody is hiding Shundale, and that they hiding him so good that the FBI, the Marshals, the investigators, all of those agencies, you know, that they have out there can't find him? Do y'all think that they have outsmarted the government? Somebody won 16 million. Who won 16 million? Don't the laundromat have video of Dolph going to the cookie place? Jacqueline says that the FBI is hiding him. Oh, she wants. Oh, Vanessa won 16 million. See what I'm talking about? I feel that I have the same sentiments about Young Dolph as I do about Kobe Bryant. That it. I mean, who? That's not right. Let's see. Excuse my typos. Only if he completed the sex change. Shoot, I think somebody would have been told on him. These folks, y'all, these people been telling on each other, in my opinion. Now, you know, I believe the tips and stuff was coming in, but what they was able to seal it because some other people right around them was telling that. That's just what I think, and I do. You know, they're. Oh, I was gonna say that as far as the indictments, the Friday before Trayon was indicted, I got on here and I told y'all, I said I was downtown today handling some business. I was talking to somebody, you know, that I know that work in the DA's office, and they was like, "Girl, let's get ready to be some more indictments." I didn't I was like, for real? That Monday, Trayon was indicted now. And it's going to be some more indictments. I keep trying to tell y'all. The lady just told y'all it's going to be some more indictments. I've been trying to tell y'all it's going to be some more indictments. These people not getting away. And I always said, I said, they're going to come in segments. But anyways, let's see. I want to play another video. Oh, okay. Let's play this one, y'all. Did they say it was already 5 people behind bars? Let me go back. Hold on. Let me see.
Total either behind bars, on the run, or one.
And Devin have, because a lot of people's like, well, why they just let them go? Well, they was never officially charged with anything. They were just persons of interest. Why out of all the people in the world they became persons of interest? It makes you wonder why they became persons of interest, but they was never charged. What Teasy got charged with was when they went into his house and whatever went on in that situation, whatever they found there. But they were never charged with Young Dolph's murder. They was just always persons of interest. And somebody had to have, pointed them in that direction. So going to put myself in timeout. So it seems to me that they got some pretty good witnesses, if you ask me. And the witnesses probably know quite a bit about these people. Family Dollars look shut down too. Oh wow. Yeah, they was jealous of Doll. I want to put myself in timeout. You guys, if you haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button. If you have not subscribed, definitely subscribe to the channel, of course. And if you would like to support the channel, you could do it via Cash App, okay? So y'all, I just wanted to bring this back up about Shundale. I did. I wanted to bring it back up about Shundale. Why does it seem like they can't find Shundale? Because me, myself, I'm interested too. I really want to know where he at. And so that's why I wanted to go back to the beginning, because normally in the beginning, because MPD is not putting a lot of information out. When they don't put out a lot of information, it's because they got a lot of stuff brewing. Okay. Normally when there's a lot of stuff brewing, when I don't think people really know the true dynamics of this case yet. As I was saying in my video earlier today, people feel like that there had not been a lot of retaliatory murders as it relates to this situation. I believe that it was. As a matter of fact, I know that it was. It may not have been who people wanted it to be, but it's been quite a few retaliatory murders as it relates to this. And then, you might be dealing with quite a bit of money that surrounds this case. So you definitely have to keep the witnesses safe, and you have to make sure that your case is tied tight, because people start, when they have money, I'm gonna tell you what they do. Not only do they get expensive lawyers, they have the money to bring in all types of experts for a whole lot of BS, to plant doubt, into the jury's mind. They got the money for the experts. You don't see experts being brought in cases, like in the OJ Simpson's case. It was a long case because of all of the experts that they brought in to plant doubt in the jury's mind, in which OJ did not do that. He didn't commit that murder. So if you have people that they're looking to indict in the future, and they are connected to quite a bit of money, their money is kind of long, you have to make sure that your case is tied airtight, right? to even, when those BS defense attorneys that come in there that play dirty, and normally when they high price, they do play dirty. They can't come in there with all of that crap and start planting doubt. Because remember now, all the defense attorney needs to do is create reasonable doubt. Just reasonable doubt. And then the person can be found not guilty. The prosecutors have to prove their case without a shadow of a doubt. So their situation is a lot harder than the defense. So those defense attorneys start bringing in all of those experts and start planning reasonable doubt. The person can walk out and never be tried for the case again. So I think what they're doing, they know what has happened. The lady said it. They know. They got witnesses that has been directing them. They know exactly what has happened and who was involved. Okay? They know. So, but making sure your case is airtight is another thing, right? D Hop says this dude is in protective custody allegedly. Well, the only reason why I would say that he probably is because I just don't see somebody like Shundale being able to go under the radar like that, and then for them to flat out say they're not looking for him. They got Cornelius and Straight Drop going to court, actively going to court, and this man is a part of this case, and his charges has been upgraded. He should be going to court with them. Hell, they ain't said another damn word about him. So I just, that's why I say it's strange. Some of them wanted Dolph to sign them, but Dolph just sat back and seen what, I guess, kind of drama and BS they was on and who would put in work. Right. Dolph was all about work and dedication for his future, for him and his family. They wasn't on that. Yes, you guys, please hit the like button. Monica says, Monica says Shondell's new name is Joanna Man. I want to know where people got that from. Why are people saying that they feel like Shundale is living his life as a woman? Where did that come from? I knew it had to come from somewhere. Because I know sometimes people say stuff on here and other people just kind of run with it. And it be spread like wildfire. I wonder where that came from. Who was the first to say that? I don't believe Dolph Artist or the cookie shop is involved. You would think if they were involved, they would have been named by now. Here's the thing about that. If those dudes are down there telling on each other, like I believe, nobody has told me this, I just believe that they are. Who are the cookie people for them? Hell, if they'll tell on their partners, they'll eliminate them. If the cookie people and Dolph's artists who they don't give a damn about was involved, they would have told on them first. Normally, you start telling on the people you don't give a damn about first. Just like they was telling on when they was going and arresting all of these different gangs. Remember when they was doing these stings and they was arresting all these gangs? That was around the time they had first started arresting these people that they felt like these people that had some type of affiliation to Dolph's murder, like CL Bobby, JoJo Splat, all of them was in and out of jail. Every time they go to jail, it seemed like they was going and busting up another organization where gang members and stuff was going to jail. So some of these were probably, some of these other gangs ops, and they knew what they had going on, right? So if they'll give up their ops, they'll give up their own, they call them mans with the S. They give up their own mans. Who the hell is the cookie people or Pre? Pre is basically their ops too. They tell on them first because they was jealous of them. They'd be glad to tell on them. Okay. Monica said, look like he has eyeliner on his eye, on his mugshot. Shada says, they saving them for last. Monica says, cookie people do have a connection to CMG. Monica says, why was the cookie girl trying to find out info on Straight Drop? I don't know. I didn't know that. Republican says we need more industry survivors instead of them getting murdered. I absolutely agree. Shada says, and some of them are talking. Southern Boy, Northern Living, Miss T. I'm 53-year-old man. Please believe I cried the day this happened. This shit ain't right. It's absolutely not right for them to just gun that young man down and take his life and then think that they can get their asses on their social media and troll. That's why I say if Gotti allow his people to get their asses on social media and troll like that, I'm smoking on a dog pack, go all doing videos all down there at the grave. I can't understand why we as people are supporting them. We don't support artists that promote terrorism in the black community. Nigga, we helped you to get to where you are because at some point everybody supported God's damn ass. Okay, especially in the Memphis area. I'm born and raised in Memphis. We was very proud of Gotti in the beginning. This shit that he allowing his artists to pull is, and him and Jook, because Jook is his brother and his second-hand man or whatever they call him. Okay? They know better. Okay? Why are they allowing their artists to do stuff like that? I think they owe Memphis more than this. I have been saying this from the beginning. If they didn't care for Dolph, it's one thing when you don't, we know that they didn't give a damn about him. Okay? That's no secret. But it's very tacky and distasteful when they expect for the black community to support them, because some of the same people that supported Gotti supported Dolph. They love Dolph also. Two Memphians, they let their damn artists get on there and promote this type of stuff. I think it's very distasteful and tacky, and no artist that does that should be supported. Because if we consistently support them, that's just like saying it's okay for them to put that stuff into the atmosphere. And that's what's going on in our community. That's the reason why the youth is so messed up, because they ain't got nobody guiding them at home, and they listening and looking at a lot of these artists promote this BS. You know, I never thought I would live to see the day where people would be running around here doing the Quando Rondo challenge. If that ain't evil on so many levels, and then they're promoting it on every social media, we don't give them no damn views, because these folks will do anything for a damn view. Okay, they'll do anything for a damn view and a damn dollar. I'm so damn tired of these 2 for a penny Negroes destroying the black community. As I say, you give them $100, they be talking about, oh, you can take my mama out. Hell, you give them $1,000, they be telling you, hey, you can, what you want me to do, my whole family? I do my whole family for $1,000. These people, our community is sick. And it's a damn shame that these record heads don't have no conscience about promoting this bullshit, this drill music. They don't give a damn about these boys dying. Hell, they got insurance on them. Do y'all know how much insurance that these record heads put on these artists? They so damn crazy. They be so anxious to get a few $100,000. They don't know what's in those contracts. Hell, they don't even let them have their own damn lawyer. I read the contract. Nigga, you don't even understand the language of the contract. You need a damn lawyer and not the lawyer of the record company. Okay? It's a damn shame what our community has come to. And I'm serious. It's like killing is a sport. It's like the black KKK. A lot of these record execs have become. They don't give a damn about these black boys killing each other. Because if they sign them because already because they got beefs. Okay? They sign them because they got beefs. And if they ain't got no beef, they gonna go make them get a beef with somebody. Start this and such and such. That's how you gonna sell an album. They don't care about them getting in their feelings and killing each other because they got insurance policy on them. Hell, the insurance policy be 15, 10, 15, 20 million dollars. That's probably more than what they gonna make back on the return of that advancement. Hell, they hoping he die. And their family don't give a damn dime. This is what our community has come to. I don't give a damn about these niggas getting taken to jail. The feds need to drain their asses of everything they got. I'm talking about a lot of these damn record heads that's getting ready to take their asses to jail. Some of them for participating in this murder of Dolph. Because it's a damn shame that they actively commit genocide in our community. And we sit up and listen to their music and let our children listen to it. Then they be flossing and flogging and lying. I'm Father of the Year. Look at what I did to my son. Y'all, they sitting up promoting, don't give a damn about the communities that they came out of, sending hits back to the same damn communities that helped to make their asses rich. I don't give a damn about none of them. Because it's a lot of these people stuck in these same damn communities, and because they say something, well, he said something, I don't want to say they're taking fathers and mothers and everything away from their damn children, and these are the people that have to make they maggot asses rich. And they don't think they owe the community no more than that. God should have been put a muzzle on black youngster ass. That was tacky on so many levels. That ain't nowhere in the hell that video should have as many views as it's got. And if God can't control black youngster, we don't put money in his damn pocket. They don't give a damn about us and our condition. The only thing they understand is when we don't support them. We don't support no demonic shit like that. They say y'all involved in this shit, allegedly, and then y'all trolling. This is what y'all teaching the youth when these are the people that have helped to line y'all goddamn pockets up. So y'all teaching the youth that you kill somebody and then you troll them and make money off of it. This is what's going to make you famous. That's why these kids are barbaric. They parents ain't got sense enough to tell them, no, you can't look at no shit like this and we ain't going to support it. Because if we didn't support it, they wouldn't put that shit out. Okay? But ain't a damn thing gonna change because our mindsets won't change. No, I like your music, but we ain't gonna support that. That's demonic, and my kids can't look at that nigga. You gonna change that shit? Oh, we not gonna support you. They don't understand nothing but numbers. That's it. They barbaric now. They just like the heathen. They don't give a damn about the same damn community that they brought their asses out of, and then have the nerve to sit up and say, well, I'm helping the black community. I got a business in the black community. Nigga, you ain't helping that community. That community help you. You need that community to patronize your business to keep it afloat. What you talking about? Selling greasy food to a community that's already obese and overweight and sick ain't helping that goddamn community. What are you talking about, nigga? That's why I say, y'all, our mindset gotta change. I don't give a damn about them niggas being mad at me. Okay? I'm a product. I grew up in South Memphis until I was about 12 years old. And I still got family in South Memphis, cousins and stuff out in the street. Okay? So these are the same people that help to make a lot of these rappers rich, and they get the money that we have helped them to amass and then put bags on top of the people's head that have helped to make them rich. What kind of shit is that in taking fathers and mothers and stuff, especially fathers, away from their children? If all they can do when they get rich is drop bags on top of people's heads, we need to be careful about who we support and make rich. Okay? So this shit has got to stop. I know I got, because I think about straight drop in them, and people be sitting up talking about, well, you said that straight drop in them had did it. Yeah, I believe they did it. Hell, yeah, I believe they did it. I believe what the police say. Well, you just believe them police to see it's because you worked for them. Sure did. I sure do. I believe them. But they also try to sit up and say, well, you always talking about you hate that, straight drop, when straight drop is a 24-year-old man, young man. Why in the hell would I, as a mother, be happy about a 24-year-old man ruining his life? Why would I be happy about that? It's nothing about that makes me feel good. Straight drop was born the same damn year that my damn child was born. He could have easily been my damn baby. Why in the hell would I be happy about him ruining his life? But I also understand that Dolph can't get up out that grave. So Dolph's children's life, not only did they ruin Dolph's life, they ruined his children's life. They robbed them. That they robbed a girl and a boy of their future with their father, all because of their jealousy and the instigation. So the people I have a lot of, but even with straight dropping them doing what they did, I got a lot of disdain, even more disdain for the people that sent them out. Nigga, you gonna go and make money and give these dudes, these young crash dummies, if you got the ear of somebody like straight dropping them, why don't you help to make them better? As I always say, straight drop wasn't no bad looking young man. He's actually a handsome young man. He could have been better in rapping, but he wasn't bad. He could have been trained. He would have targeted a market. The young ladies would have liked him in his age group. Okay? He wasn't no bad rapper. He was always neat and clean looking when I saw him on pictures. So what we got is old crusty Negroes. I can't wait till God get them too. Because see, a lot of these Negroes, God gonna have to get. Okay? What they do is they already see that they out there crashing out. They don't give a damn about them because they don't give a damn about the community. They said, F the community. We hijacked them when they helped to make us rich. They left behind. Fuck them. That's what they saying. And we're going to send hits back every chance we get from the money they helped us to amass. And they got to know to say, well, we got this money ourselves. Nigga, you didn't get that money yourself. The communities that you came out of helped you to get that damn money. No white person would have put no damn money behind their motherfucking asses if the black community wasn't behind them and they didn't feel like they can get that money back. Okay? But straight drop and them were sent out. Cornelius ass is a little bit older, but they terrorizing the community by taking their money and using their money. They weaponizing their money. The money that the black community has supported them and helped them to get. They were so jealous of Dow that they felt like they just had to get him up out of here. Whoever that was behind it, okay? They wanted to corner the market on whatever he had going on. And now they mad because it ain't gonna work out for him. You heard what CJ Davis said. They been knowing what happened. I tried to tell y'all these folks been knowing what happened and who was involved. But not only that, but you got a group of OGs that is consistently destroying our youth. Okay? They consistently destroying our youth. It don't make me feel good. Even though Cornelius asked 33 years old, that don't make me feel good. Because these could have been productive men in society if the very people that paid them that money had given them that money to do something productive instead of destructive. Okay? Then they just leave the young man out there to rot. They done left him out there to rot. They asses running scared, saying, well, Drop, this right here was the most pitiful thing I ever heard. Well, Drop, he gonna carry the weight of the world on his back. He ain't gonna say nothing. He a real G. That's what a bunch of old, crusty, rusted Negroes is saying. They want a 24-year-old he got to pay for what he did now. They want him to carry their weight on his back. Old, rusty, crusty Negroes that's double his damn age. And then got the nerve to say we changing lives. You hear some people say that we changing lives. They're consistently destroying the community. They ain't even changing the lives. A lot of these record heads, it ain't even changing the lives of the people that they have signed. Okay, and I'm talking about some of these record heads. They sign them in these slave deals, and they give the illusion that they're changing lives. They might get their damn teeth fixed, go buy them a damn wig, buy them a Gucci shoe. But they got to pay all that back. And then they caught up in these slave contracts. What I can't understand is why they get mad at Dolph for teaching independence when all of their asses should have been trying to get with Dolph to do independence. Somebody black should have been trying to own a distribution company or something like what Dolph was trying to do. Instead, they get mad at him for wanting to be great and decide, well, you know, I'm a slave. He got to be a slave too. We all slaves, this is, because we black. We supposed to be slaves, this is. That's the mindset of these rich slaves. This nigga think he gonna be financially liberated. I had been a slave my whole life, and everybody I signed gonna be a slave because I had to go through who he think he is to talk about financial liberation. They was mad at Dolph because he was signing little dudes on the street, little dudes that was talented that they wanted to sign and take advantage of. They couldn't have him teaching them financial liberation. That's how you know God gonna get them back. God says, when I get them back, you gonna see me get them back. We gonna witness to get back. He already getting them back. We know he getting them back when that lady, I just played with that lady, said we know who did it. We know the direction, and it's gonna be more indictments. So they ain't got to get mad at me for saying it. The top person said it, and she had been said it. That's why they've been so quiet. Y'all think I didn't know when they put these 2 for a nickel, damn, some of these 2 for a nickel ass bloggers on here. I ain't talking about everybody, but they know who I'm talking about, to sit up and try and find witnesses that I did not know why they was doing that. They was hired to do it, to try to intimidate and to try to get some of these witnesses taken out, because whoever else is behind this already knew that somebody credible, it was some credible people talking, and they wanted them found out and got out the way. So that's why the authorities have been extremely protective of this case, of the witnesses. Okay, that's why I always say, who y'all hear somebody talking about finding some witnesses, call the FBI, because that's witness tampering. Get their asses sent to jail. Okay, because the view ain't gonna be worth no jail time, right? But it's sad how our people have sold out, and then they got the nerve to say, well, think that they can intimidate people because they don't want people to know what happened. It's imminent. It ain't even about us knowing. It don't matter. Whatever happened is gonna come out, because Chief Davis just told you they know what happened. How the hell they think they're gonna be able to keep us or everybody else from knowing what has happened when Chief Davis just said they know what happened? Didn't y'all hear her? Did y'all hear the same thing I heard? She said that back in January, when straight dropping them. See, all this bullshit clogs people's ears and stuff up. You'll forget. That's why I had to take you back to the beginning. Didn't the lady say we know what happened? We can't talk about that. We got witnesses that's working with us that has helped us and got us to certain points. They got people working with them. Y'all crazy as hell if y'all don't think some of these folks that's around them ain't working with them. Whoever they are. But I think it's a darn shame before God when you have black men that is helping to destroy the community. And then people say, well, you kind of hard on Gotti. You damn right I'm hard on Gotti. Because Gotti is 40-something years old. Me and Gotti around the same age, and Juke ass even older than both of us. They came up during a time where they know better than this shit. They know that we didn't do no stuff like this. And the OGs definitely did not lead the young dudes astray. I wouldn't give a damn how he felt about what I said. He know what it is. He know that in our era, we didn't do no shit like this. We sure didn't do no barbaric stuff like this. For what, $1? And then some of these folks can send these kids out on crash dummy missions and ruin their lives and not have a conscience about it. What is our world coming to? Okay. It's a darn shame before God. So yeah, our community got to do better. Like I said, listen, I know I got into something else, but I get extremely passionate and emotional because this stuff that went on with young Dolph never should have happened. And there has to be repercussions, y'all, for what has happened to him. We know that. We know that there has to be repercussions for what has happened to young Dolph, y'all. It ain't nowhere around it. And if it was vice versa, if it had been somebody else out there, any other rapper, y'all, that was out there that was gunned down as heinously as young Dolph was gunned down, okay, I would want the exact same thing. Because what happened out there was evil on so many levels. It was. I would feel the same exact way. I would have the exact same emotion if it was any other father that was out there that was walking into a cookie shop. And I'm serious. This stuff got to stop. And these folks ain't got no OGs to look up to no more because the OGs are the ones that's sending them out. And they ain't got no problem with it as long as they get to live in they big mansions and drive they Rolls Royces and shit. They think it's worth it. They don't give a damn about this youth. The straight drops, the key glocks, the big unks, the teases, the Fabos, all these young dudes are supposed to be our damn future. So why in the fuck we misleading them? It ain't no way in hell that I would ever instigate or mislead anybody that's half my damn age. It ain't no way in the world that I would ever do it. We're supposed to be teaching them because we have to depend on them to carry on the legacies and teach about our history to the people that's coming behind us, because we're going to take our asses off the scene one day. Them Rolls Royces and shit ain't going nowhere, ain't going with us. Ask anybody. Just check out anybody that has ever left here and go check their driveways and shit and see ain't they cars and stuff still in the driveways while they down there in their grave. They ain't never been able to take nothing. But these people ain't worried about their souls or nothing. It's a lot of people gonna burn straight in hell for what they doing right now. And they ain't got no problem with it because they already demonic. But I blame our community because what we do is we consistently support them, and we have to teach people that they can't promote that, and they cannot commit genocide in our community. They can't take out nobody like Dolph and think we're gonna support them. It ain't gonna happen. That's what we have to teach them. If we feel like we can't support you until this shit is straightened out. If you implicated in anything, I'm sorry, little dude, but we can't support you. That was heinous. That was heinous. We got to wait till this shit is straightened out. Okay? Because if you are a part of taking down another black man that had a family and that was helping his community, we got to step back from you until all this is straightened out. Because we can't support you. Because we teaching people that it's okay to destroy our community and they still gonna get supported. We can't do that until this right here is straightened out. If you ain't implicated, we'll start back supporting you. But if you implicated, you know you through. Okay? But we don't teach people how to treat us in our community. They do in other communities. That's why they get results. And they showing the hell wouldn't feel comfortable enough to be letting their artists troll a dead man and think I'm gonna let my kids listen to their music and look at their videos and teach my kids how to be barbaric. But that's what's happening though, and they ain't got no problems with it. I bet you they damn kids ain't looking at it. Okay. Shada says Mia J has been in a living nightmare dealing with this and the emotions of her kids' questions. Oh, I understand, because her kids are old enough to remember their dad, and he was actively in their lives. And these folks think that it was okay to just take this man out and then sit up and get on their social medias and talking about I was smoking on a dog pad, and that's okay. It's not okay. It's not okay. And the way that we show them that it's not okay is we don't spend our dollars. They don't give a damn about you cussing them out. They don't give a damn about my speech. The only thing that they would care about is if we stop supporting them. Okay? Because all they want is your money. They don't give a damn. They go, I ain't got to live with their kids. I wouldn't care what they look at. So they don't necessarily have a responsibility or care what they put into the airwaves. It's not their children. A lot of their stuff they don't let their kids look at. It's too demonic. So why are we allowing our kids to support it and look at it? Because if we didn't let our children look at it, they would change it. Because they're going to put out whatever we support. If we don't support that mess, they wouldn't put it out. You would think that they would have a responsibility. Like for me, I know like people that still have like a soul, because some people ain't got no soul. They go, I can't put that type of stuff out, because I got the youth looking at me. If I put out some gangster stuff, I got to be extremely meticulous about what I say or whatever, because I know I got people of all age groups watching me, and I have a responsibility to the community that helped to make me rich. But people so screwed up in the head, they go, my talent made room for me. Nigga, you had to have some money behind you. You weren't going to go stand up in a damn club with no people in there to see you that didn't pay to get in. A lot of people forget that. They forget that. D-Mon said they shelter their kids. Absolutely. Koofella says my OG is an old school, is a 76-year-old retired dentist and made a difference. Absolutely. Help to make a difference. And it ain't destroying the damn community and then going signing somebody say I'm changing somebody's life. Nigga, you done set up and created World War III in the same damn community you came out of, and you think just because some of these folks think because they created an illusion of they changed one damn person's life after they done terrorized the whole community that that's supposed to make a difference. Okay. Yes, y'all, please hit the like button. Please hit the like button. So I had to go back to the beginning because I wanted y'all to hear what CJ Davis said herself. Them folks been knowing what happened. They been knowing. She been said that they had pending indictments. Okay. She been saying it was an ongoing investigation. If they didn't have nobody else in mind, she would have said, well, we got the two killers. We through. We're happy to solve this case. You never heard her say that. She said it's an ongoing investigation. And that's why I say, just think about now. They went down to Dallas. They went down to Houston. They went over to Virginia. They probably went to pick up some money down there in Houston somewhere. Who knows? And they was on the, they was in Indiana. I believe that was going to be the final destination because it would have been easy to hide out in Indiana. I got to say, it would have been. Okay. But somebody told it. Okay. Thank you, Miss Shada. Somebody told it. And then after somebody told it where they was at, after whoever figured out, who told it, somebody else told something and got Shondell's charges upgraded. Somebody told the location, and then whoever told the location got mad at whoever told the location of when straight dropping Shondell was picked up and got Shondell charges upgraded. You tell on me, I tell on you too. That's what it kind of seems like to me. Because it's hard for me to, I don't believe Shondell and them was making phone calls while they was on the run. I believe somebody was working with them but and one of the people that was Shondell hell. I believe Shondell gave that location up. I always have believed that. I believe Shondell told himself. And once Straight Drop Ass found out Shondell told it, he told Shondell was a part of that murder. Because why did they upgrade his charges? They had not been upgraded when he was arrested. You heard what the chief marshal said. He's being charged with accessory after the fact. And then shortly after that, some weeks later, his charges was upgraded. Why was they upgraded? Somebody had to have told on him. Don't the security company have the video? You talking about the video to what? The video to where? You talking about at the cookie shop? Don't the security company have the video GPS or cell phone towers? Yes. Yeah, I'm sure the security company has the video to the murder. The police department and the DA's office the video. The authorities got the video. They saw exactly what happened to young dog. Hold on, y'all. Hold on 1 second. Okay, you guys, I'm back. When you say the unedited version, yeah, they got the unedited version. The police got the unedited version. Yep. Y'all, please hit the like button. If you haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button. We should have more likes, y'all. Please hit the like. If you haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button. Also, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, but definitely hit the like button. Hold on, y'all. Yes, y'all, please get the likes up. So I want to know what you all think. Now, I titled this, why can't they find Shondell Barnett? Why can't they seem to find him? I want to know in the chat why y'all think they can't find him. I want to see what y'all think. Why do y'all think that they can't find Shondell Barnett? Or do y'all think he has been found? Probably so, Miss Shada. I'm sure, that was a traumatic experience for his brother. I want to know why y'all think that Shondell Barnett has not been. Hakia says she thinks that he's been found because it's just weird. Even when they let inmates out by mistake, no sheriff is that laxed. They are always in pandemonium, because that's a liability. They mess around and let somebody out before they should be out, and that person goes and commit a crime, then that county would be liable for that crime. His okay. 901 Deshaun said maybe somebody helping hide him. Alicia says it makes no sense. He has to be working with them. Two Pistols says I just moonwalked in the chat. Hello everyone. Hey Two Pistols. Natural Born Queen says because they already have him. Pelco says that man ain't on the run this long. Hakia says okay, yeah. I tend to think something fishy is with that. It's something unusual about it. And then when the sheriff messed around and said, I didn't know what he was charged with, I said, oh, Lord. Why that man get on there and tell that lie? But he was cool with it, though. He didn't give up nothing. He didn't say nothing. He was smooth with it. That sheriff. I don't know nothing, ain't seen nothing, ain't heard nothing, even though he came through my damn jail. And we supposedly let him out. Hello. I've heard people say that they think that he's going to be a star witness. He's one of the main witnesses. Probably. Straight drop. Okay, he says straight drop. He said Shondell is hiding. He didn't think we caught that. He in witness protection, why not? Or life in jail. He's probably in witness protection. That's possible. Like I said, he's been charged. He's got the same charges as straight dropping Cornelius. You would think they'd be trying to find him so he could be in court. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do a poll on it. But like I said, it's something to me. It's some people think that he's had a sex change, and they say he had a sex change and he's in hiding real good. Lord have mercy. I tell you, folks will say anything. People would say anything, but hey, it's strange stuff that happens. Demon said he's in PC. Leo said the feds got that boy. Right, think about it. They said you want to tell on them. He said, hell yeah, and he's snitching. Them two boys gonna get 50 years easy. I think he's sitting down there with straight drop. Well, I ain't one to gossip. But what had happened was I kind of heard through the grapevine that somebody else is down there in protective custody. I don't know who it is though. And it ain't Cornelius. Somebody else is down there high profile custody. It's not protected. Maybe it's for a different case though. I don't know, because high profile custody is not just for straight drop. Anybody in a high profile case can be in high profile custody. So maybe there's another high profile custody case that's going on that we don't know about, and there's a unknown inmate down there with straight drop. Not in the same cell though. They would be in the same area in different cells. Okay, so let me just make that clear. Same area in high profile, different pods, different cells. Shundale may be dead or hidden out in Mexico. Hell, he can go for a Mexican. 50 years of jail and get like 2 triple. Gonna be going home in 700 days. See ya. Y'all have fun. Well, if Shundale is turning state's evidence, it's not gonna be that easy for him to just go home. He's definitely gonna have to change his name, go into hiding, for the rest of his life. All of that. He's gonna have to give up his old life, and I'm sure he ain't got no problem with that. They hiding him. We don't see. Like I said, a lot of people was upset because they was talking about Teasy and Devin, but Devin and Teasy was never officially, they was never charged with Young Dolph's murder. They were just persons of interest, probably because some reliable sources had brought their names up. I'm sure that everybody that has been questioned are have been brought up by by reliable sources, whoever that is, because I'm sure it's probably some people that we don't even know that has been picked up. But I'm gonna tell you something: if they've been picked up by the feds, okay, they will probably be picked up again for good. When they go back, they probably gonna get them again. When they go back again, it'll be for good. Okay. Hakia says, I wonder how many kites are they dropping. Straight drop needs to start pointing the finger on Shondell because they looking guilty as fuck. Well, who's to say straight drop ain't saying something? Ain't nobody had no loyalty to him. It don't seem like whoever sent him out don't seem like they, unless they already they call themselves paid him and he went and bought him a Gucci set with it. I'd hate to think that he ruined his, but no amount of money is enough to take a human life. Straight drop need to start pointing the finger on Shondell because they looking guilty. So Gotti's, who I've heard that Shada asked me, is Gotti getting information from his folks that is police? From my understanding, the relative that is the police is a patrolman. That's from my understanding. I could be wrong, but that's from my understanding. A patrolman wouldn't be able to get information on a investigation. They can't log into the investigate in any case. Homicides is downtown. Patrolmen are out on the street. They don't have any type of control over a investigation. Okay. Just like other investigators in other departments would not have any control over a homicide investigation. Homicide investigations are very well controlled and protected. Homicides is downtown, in the same building that the Chiefs are in. Okay. Yeah, I've heard that, Miss Shada. I've heard that. I have heard that. That's why I'm saying, no patrolman would have any, control over an investigation at all. And no other investigation, no investigator in robbery and burglary and general investigations, that's GIB, none of them will have control of any investigation in homicides. Okay? They work in their own bureaus, and they are very protective of homicides. Those homicides investigators answer basically to, that's why they have them isolated from all the other bureaus. They answer basically to the homicide lieutenant and the homicide major and and Chief Davis and them. And I think I said from the very start that the chiefs were very protective of Young Dolph's case. Every single day, I've said this before because I was told this, they have to give an update to the chiefs on that Young Dolph's case. That's how protective they are of that Young Dolph's case. Because they know these Negroes out here, would, and because of the dynamics of their case. I've always said, I don't care how long it might take. Nobody's getting away with that. And then y'all heard the lady said back in January that they're going to have some more, they got indictments. They got pending indictments and stuff. Sometimes it might take longer because you have to tie up all the loose ends and stuff. You have people that have tried to tamper with witnesses, and witnesses get scared sometimes or whatever. Okay. So Shada says, buy don't news travel in the station or the bars Popo go to. When the RICO cases come, Pre and CMG going to be shut down. These are people running wild, but them people watching when murders involved believe that. That's true. But no news travel in the station or the bars Popo go to. Let's see, straight dropped all they ass. The boy got a little sense. Cornelius scared as hell to snitch or on anyone. His family will encourage him to do it. Well, if they want their lives, I'm just gonna say this. Cornelius is still young. Straight drop is a lot younger. I would expect that they would try and preserve some of their lives. I don't see how anybody would want to see, I mean, I know, and then it goes back to Young Dolph, right? Young Dolph cannot get up out of the grave. He can't. Okay? He can't get up out of the grave. So I know his Young Dolph's family feel like, why should they ever get out when Young Dolph can never get up from the grave? So I mean, I guess that's a fair assessment. But at the same time, like I said, none of it makes me feel good. That's why when people call themselves, get mad at me, because I say, well, straight dropping them are young men, and I hate that, you had people that could have easily helped to redirect their energy in the right way. Okay, so things didn't work out between him and Dolph. Okay, but even though it didn't work out between him and Dolph, they separated. It wasn't enough for Dolph had been coming home. They fell out a couple years ago, from my understanding. Okay, it was never enough for this ultimate thing to happen. Okay, so you get some older men that send out these young men instead of helping them to redirect their energy, and ultimately help to ruin their lives even more. I think that's messed up. That's a garbage thing to do. That bothers me a lot as a Black woman. That's the reason why I be so tough on top of these Negroes' heads, because these Black men are supposed to be leading their women and their children and setting examples for the youth. They're supposed to be leaving legacies for these young men to be able to carry on, whether they're their children or not. You leave something for them to be able to tell their children, but they're not doing that. They're helping to destroy lives all for $1. Okay, they're doing this all for $1. Money that it's not gonna make a bit of difference about anyways. And then they'll stand on their soapbox and say, the feds just want to break a black man good. Because when you had the money, all you're doing is putting bags on top of people's heads. You don't need it. You're destroying your own community. So that just means God has found a way to drain you of it. Because as I say, God is the biggest hitter in this. And a lot of people mad because they know that a lot of the stuff that's happening, it is because God is in this situation. You know, you just can't defy the hand of God. And I think some of these people mad because they look at themselves as being God. Their money has given them a false sense of who they are. They become extremely barbaric. And they mad because they can't put a hit on God. Why can't I use my money to put a hit on God? I'm God. No, you're not God. And they're going to see that. It's a damn shame, you know, the state that our community is in. Imagine it coming out. They not the shooters. Wow, we all going to hell. Well, no, we're not gonna all go to hell. You know, I believe what the Memphis police say. And if they come out and say something else, you know, they'll come out and say something else. Always love yourself first. It's sad. Straight Drop was showing his ass, started making rap videos and all that. He a devil. I think Straight Drop was doing what they told him to do. They what's the word that I'm looking for? They sent him out. They lured him, you know, they enticed him with the money. They knew there was already issues. They gassed him up and sent him out. And then they turned around and set him up. He definitely did it. They gassed him up and sent him out and set him up. You know, I think they had him doing, whoever is behind Straight Drop, they had him doing all them damn videos because they wanted him to give himself away, especially when they saw that the people was hot. You heard what Chief Davis said. We've been hot from the beginning, which means, you know, they got the information pretty early on. In the very beginning, they knew what happened. So I think Straight Drop was doing what he was told because they was setting him up. And of course, I do believe he did it though. But you know, they wanted for the focus to be on him. You know, when the heat started getting hot, I think they wanted the folks to know. Hell, they had already JoJo's already pointed them in their direction with all that craziness. Yep. For those of you all, make sure y'all hit the like button, you guys. Please hit the like button. Let me see how many likes we got in here, y'all. Late Night says, let's not forget they shot the neighbor next to where the Benz was found. This was a movie. Well, it wasn't a movie. It was just a sick reality. Y'all, please hit the like button. Yeah, it was a sick reality, y'all, and I think it's a shame, you know. But as I always say, if I'll be glad when everybody is brought to justice. Cause now, y'all heard Chief Davis. Chief Davis said it from the beginning. Okay, about this case. So y'all heard it from her own mouth, you know. So people on YouTube trying to turn it into a movie, but it's definitely, yeah, it's a sick reality. Talking about Covington. Yeah, the young man who killed. We're finding, and here's another thing. I'm glad you brought that up about the Covington situation. So Trayon is indicted, and then they say that Trayon's accomplice is on. Have they ever given Trayon's, the person that's on the run, have they ever put their name out? I found that weird that they never put out the person's name who is a fugitive from justice. Normally when they need help from the public, they'll put out the picture and the name of the person, that was there, that helped, that was with Trayon when this situation happened. They have not, I haven't seen it. Have y'all seen it? Did they ever release the name and the picture of the fugitive that was there with Trayon? Because they say his accomplice is on the run. Have y'all seen it? William, I like that. William said Dolphin Gotti could have made so much money going back and forth on wax. People love here. Absolutely. And when it started, and I think that's probably the idea that Dolph had. That's why when Dolph would talk about that stuff, he would laugh about it. But when you start trying to, kill somebody because of words and things of that nature, you're really taking it too far. The people that was constantly attempting to try and take Dolph out, we really should have shut down a long time ago as far as not supporting their music. Because anytime you start attempting somebody's life, you've gone too far. Dolph was a human being. And he could say whatever he wants to. If your feelings easy to get hurt, you should not be in the music industry. If Dolph was not gonna stretch their asses out because they had made several attempts on his life, he had every right to protect himself. If he wasn't gonna go and stretch him out, he should have went ahead and went to court and had their asses stretched out on a bunk in a jail cell. If they had their asses in jail, they wouldn't have been out trying to kill him. So it seems to me that the young man was constantly throwing the white flag because ain't nowhere in the hell I'd have let him get away with it. If I wasn't gonna get my lick back, I would have went to court and made sure that they was convicted. And that probably would have been better for him because a lot of people, some of these folks be around here dropping bags on folks' heads and they can't do no time. That's why they make a fool out of all these little dudes to go do their time if they got a little money and they crazy enough to do it. They'd rather die than to go do time. Go on, take me out, bro. I scared. Can't even talk. Go on, take me out, bro. I scared to go to jail. I can't go no jail. I scared. So they don't want to go to jail. They'd rather you kill them. So they rather Dolph had gotten his lick back than to go and show up at court and get their asses convicted, because that's what should have happened. Because like I said, a lot of them scared to take their damn asses to jail, and that's the reason why they lost their damn minds now. Scared of, so it don't really matter what a person know or don't know. Hell, the woman already said they know what happened. She been said they know what happened, and it ain't gonna change nothing. And they got indictments coming. They got so much illegal shit going on right now. That's probably what's taking so long. The reason why they say the DEA and stuff out there, oh Lord, these folks is crazy. I don't understand a lot of these black men. And I know some of these men be on my channel. They be getting mad about when I talk about these black men. Okay, don't come over on my channel. Okay, just stay away. If you got an issue with me saying that these black men need to stop destroying the damn black community and get back on their throne and stop selling themselves for a dime and take care of their women and their children, or their women and their men, because a lot of them don't want no damn women anyways. They want men. I ain't got no issues with the LGBT community. Okay, they need to get back on their throne and take care of their women and their children, or they men. Okay. And stop destroying the damn black community. I ain't never in my life seen what I see now. Like I said, the men I grew up around, they didn't argue with women. They just let the women fuss and go on, and they wouldn't say a damn word. They sure wasn't gonna be I'm gonna use my money to put a bag on her head. She hurt my feelings. Pitiful. What are these little boys got to look up to? I had killed my baby mama. Why you do that? That's all your child had. You run the street. She called me weak. I had killed her. She hurt my feelings. Can't even talk. Pathetic. Okay. Sir Gregory said, where are the black men? A lot of them are in jail. And there are a lot of good black men. Okay. If you asking me where mine is, he's at work. Where he's supposed to be, making some money. He at work at a job. Where a lot of these black men should be. But let me just say this, since y'all want, let's go ahead and get into this right quick. Because I was gonna try to stay away from that, because a lot of these black men be getting into their feelings. But I'm gonna go ahead. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's do it. Okay. These black men ought to be ashamed of their damn selves for how pathetic a lot of them have become. Like I was saying, they need to they get mad at me because I say they do anything for a damn dollar. And it's the truth. They are doing anything for a dollar when they're supposed to be providing and protecting. But the problem is, a lot of these men get mad because they sit up talking about, well, I had got a dream. Okay, well, what's your dream? Well, you supposed to hold me down. I had want to go and shine shoes. I supposed to get out and work while you go spit on damn shoes and shine shoes? She ain't got my back. That's how screwed up a lot of these black men are now. Hell, I'm speaking some damn facts. And my point is, their goal is to ride and demean and use black women. And that's the reason why a lot of these black men are not having the luck that they're supposed to have, because the black man is up under God. He don't even know his position or his ranking, because a lot of them have become so pitiful, but a lot of them ain't being taught that they don't even know how special they are. That's the reason why I talk about their goddamn asses so bad, because a lot of them know how special they are, but they still choose to go another way. They're supposed to be providing and protecting. And then they'll say, well, these women don't want to respect me. A woman can't respect a man that she got to take care of. Because he talking about I got a dream, I want to play drums. Okay, well, you can play drums, but you're gonna have to go get a damn job and pay some of these damn bills. All of them. Okay. And so God ain't pleased with that when he's abusing and using his woman. It ain't supposed to be like that. He's supposed to be providing. I ain't got no problem with as bold as I am. Okay. People don't even know that I'm shy and reserved. And if I know I got a man that's providing and protecting me, I ain't got a damn word to say other than if he say I'm hungry, jump up and cook him something to eat. You know you got somebody that's providing and protecting you, ain't got no problem with cooking any time of the damn night. The problem is, well, that's true. I agree with you, sir. With the black woman, they are with allowed. Okay, I agree with you. I can't argue with that, Sir Gregory. You tell me. I mean, it's the truth. I'm not gonna argue with the truth. You know, it's you telling the truth on that, and that's because they haven't been taught. They don't. If they haven't seen their fathers be providers and protectors, they're not gonna know what a man is supposed to do. If I don't mind cooking the bacon, but his ass gonna bring it home. But the problem is these men talking about, well, these women don't respect me. How can she respect you and she got to fend for herself and her children? And you know, most men have an issue, especially real men, with eating off of a woman. They got issues with that because they want to feel like that they protecting their woman, that they running it. And believe it or not, a lot of women want that to happen. I like a man that runs it, but he got to have the money to run it. He can't run shit and ain't got a damn dime to run it with. And folks get mad at me for saying that. I'm just telling it like it is. Okay. But let me get off there because people be getting in their feelings. But this is my damn channel. Okay. And I'm talking about those that have had problems with it. I'm not talking about y'all, not my regulars, not y'all. I'm talking about you have spectators that got issues. I can't understand how you have issues with a woman, but you can't get enough of her. They keep coming back over here. They already know I'm gonna talk shit. That when I get mad, I'm gonna talk about these cuckabug head Negroes that ain't doing right. Okay. They get mad at me, but then they can't stay away from over here. I wouldn't go to a channel where I couldn't stand the host. Okay. I wouldn't do it. Shada says insecure man with nothing living off women feel threatened. They get put out. Let me close my mouth. I don't know how they even got put in. A man like that ain't got nothing to give, he shouldn't be getting in nothing. You shouldn't be letting him get into nothing that you got. No house, he shouldn't be getting in nothing, running up in nothing. Okay, and that's all I'm gonna say about that. I'm gonna move on. Hakia says he leads, we follow, but he have to be a man. Yes, some women allow it, but just do your part, provide, protect, simple. Right. Because a lot of good women, as long as they're being provided for and protected, they will make sure the woman is the model of the house anyways. You know, a lot of women are just crazy. They tear their house down with their damn mouth. They won't shut the hell up. They have good men and their husbands work all the time. They complain about that. He worked, did. I have cases like that all the time. I'm working a case like that right now. The man is I need to open up a dating service because I do investigative work for a lot of these men that's get ready to divorce their damn wives because they can't stop cheating. And these are good men with good jobs. They need some good women. Okay. But if some women have good men, but they talk too much. They want to tear them down. They want to argue. They want to bitch and act a fool, and they tear their house down with their mouth. The Bible says that a foolish woman tears her house down with her mouth. If you got a man providing and protecting, you shut the hell up. Shut up. He don't want to come home to no foolishness. But you have a lot of women that are mentally ill. Gregory says, but you don't come out of the house with a bonnet on your head and sleepwear on all day. Well, Gregory, I don't have nothing to do with. I don't come out with a bonnet on my head, but um, just like today, I had to go out on a case. I had my cap on my head, but that was mainly to disguise myself. And I brushed my hair and put my damn cap on my head. Okay, I ain't had no bonnet on. So I don't know. I would never go out in sleepwear on. That's just tacky. But hey, I don't know. Because I don't ever know a person's mental state. My daddy always. A lot of black men don't believe in themselves. I am one of the positive OGs in my state, and now own my own construction company. Shout out to you, Two Pistols. Shout out to Two Pistols. I love it when I see black people owning businesses. Lord knows I do, especially when they're successful. And I ask God to help you to generate all the resources that's needed to keep it afloat, and also to employ other people that may need jobs. Okay. You don't be afraid to fail. These dudes don't even try. Absolutely. Y'all know what I was saying now. When I was saying that, they make a fool out of black people, get out and do riots and stuff like that. Now they won't get out and use that energy to go try to start no business. And I could say that. Yeah, salute to Two Pistols. I love to see a black man doing good hell. Okay. So so they'll sleep all day. And this ain't everybody. I'm just saying though. I'm tired of a lot of these black folks and all these shenanigans that go on in our community. If I don't say something, I can say it because I'm black. Can't nobody else in another community say it. But we could talk about it, okay? If you're not black and you're in here, just stand on the sideline and let me talk my shit about my community, okay? I ain't gonna say nothing about y'all community. Don't say nothing about mine. I can do it though. Miss, let's see. Diane Rice says, so Miss T, so what about paper route woo woo? What about paper route woo? What about paper route woo? Let's see. Do you date females that go out in the manner? Hakil wants to know if you date females that go out in that manner, Sir Gregory. Tamara, read what my daddy said is true. Shada, what did your dad say? Read what my daddy said is true. Oh, is that a book? What my daddy said is true. Okay. William Barrett says, like it when you do that laugh, Miss T. Okay. A bonnet on the head isn't nearly as bad as you men coming out with your butt showing. That's true, Black Swan. I have to agree with you on that. They have all their ass out. Did you hear he was indicted? Miss Diane, did I miss something? Did I hear Paper Route Wood was indicted? No, I haven't heard Paper Route Wood was indicted. What was he indicted on? Oh, you talking about yes. Oh, yes, I heard that Big Unc was indicted on something. I think rest in peace, Young Dog still in here. Is rest in peace, Young Dog still in here? Because he was talking about that. That Big Unc was indicted on. Y'all, what was he indicted on? Was it gun charges? They say he went and turned himself in. Big Unc did. Did y'all, what was Big the Unc indicted on? It's Big Unc had the wrong one. Sorry. Okay. I didn't read up on that. Big Unc turned himself in. Um, yeah. Why they killed Dolph's 14-year-old nephew? That wasn't Dolph's nephew. That wasn't young Dolph's real nephew. That was a young man that was a really big fan of Dolph's, wasn't it? He had played basketball with Dolph, and when he was younger, Dolph let him win, they say, but that wasn't his real nephew. Yeah, big up to Florida too. Big up to everybody that's doing their thing, that is being productive in society. And if you have not started a business and you're thinking about it, now is the time to do it. Go on and do it. Step out on faith and do it. The only thing that people can say to you is no. I think people get discouraged and give up on the first no, child. But you're gonna get a whole lot of no's before you get some yeses if you keep going. So step out on business, step out on faith and do it. I always say, people have ideas because we're all unique. If God gives you the vision for the idea, God will give you the provision. Okay, which means He will provide. So if He gives you the idea, He'll provide. All you got to do is put in the work. But see, a lot of people stepping out on faith and they ain't putting no work behind it. I had got a lot of faith. Okay, so what you doing though? You sitting at home. But I had got the faith though. Okay, so what kind of work you putting in? Well, I just had put it in the hands of God. I get tired of people with that shit too. Faith, the Bible says that faith without works is dead. Okay, so you can pray and get on your knees and ask God to make your business bigger until you bloody, to your knees bloody. If you don't get up and go out there and hustle and put in no work, all you're gonna have is some busted up bloody knees. Okay, that's all you're gonna have. That's why I got to be real with our people. Our people too talented for this, and get up off the crack. It's too many people on drugs. Our people got that codependent personality. They always want to smoke on something. I want to get high. Get high off of God. Like, get into the Word. Go within, meditate, and get into alignment with God. That is the highest high that one can have. When you go into meditation and you get in tune with God, that is a high like never before, especially when you go into your quiet place. Go into a closet and something and meditate. And when you start to go up in the spiritual realm and God start to speak to you, and I'm serious, but you have to get by yourself and be quiet. That's better than any weed or a crack that you can go and smoke. But it's unfortunate that a lot of our people got codependent personalities. And because of those codependencies, which is really engineered, they put these drugs out here so that our people could always stay high. Because really, anytime Black people start to become conscious and learn about self and knowledge and have knowledge of self, some other type of drug, whether it is a prescription drug or a street drug, is incorporated so that we can never truly know who we are and become extremely barbaric. That's why people are so barbaric. They this Ritalin and they putting on these kids. Black boys have always been extremely advanced, okay, before they started giving them all of these shots and stuff. When I was in school, I always say this because it blew my mind. I love to talk about our history. Okay. I never understood, why, you know, okay, so I was never good with geometry and algebra or anything like that, but I was always better with my timetables than I was even with uh no, you haven't disrespect I haven't seen you disrespect anyone. What you talking about, Gregory? Okay. I agree with you. We need more farmers. Absolutely. We need more farmers. I agree. Growing our own food and stuff. But I was better with um timetables. It's weird, even more so than I was addition and subtraction, because I count on my fingers in a minute. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Know how you count on your fingers, but I know my timetables off the top of my head, right? I when I was in school, I never understood how, how black boys, they got into the ebonics. They didn't care about English. They didn't really halfway know how to spell or nothing. But when it came to the algebra, they was like geniuses when it came to algebra. I was like, dog, why is it that the boys who always horse playing don't even really know how to read, can't spell shit, failing all the spelling tests, don't cut in class and stuff, but then when it comes to a test on this algebra, they making hundreds and 90s, and I my dad had to give me a damn tutorer. I was like, dog, what is going on? So it wasn't until I was an adult that I found out that mathematics was came from Africa. And I was like, dog, that's just in the DNA. Because I was like, am I a goofball too? Because I count on my fingers when I'm subtracting. I do the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know how you count on your fingers sometimes when you can't think. But when it comes to them timetables, it just flow right off of my head. I'm serious. Like 5, just like I'm talking about big numbers. I just have them memorized. But I found out that algebra and math was created in Africa. Really, it came from the Africans. So that's why you see a lot of black boys that are so smart when it comes to algebra and numbers and things of that nature, because it's in their DNA. But they don't ever want us to know our history, so you would never even know that. And because when black people start to learn about their history, I think they start incorporating all kinds of drugs and prescription drugs, and that really got so much mercury in it that it really starts to eat away at your brain cells and stuff. That's the reason why, when you start dealing with a lot of these young men, they start doing heroin. This weed is not a chemical. I can't even understand. I mean, not a herb anymore. They growing it in laboratories. It's no longer a herb from the earth. It's a chemical. That's the reason why when people smoke weed now, they smoke weed, they start looking funny in the eyes. They look barbaric. They coughing every time they inhale. It's like they can't even catch their damn breath. So anything that the government starts to make legal, the way they fought to make weed illegal. Remember when Bob Marley and them, they killed Bob Marley because Bob Marley was talking about what the real weed, the real herb was doing to heal. Like he you could tap into your third eye. They said with the organic weed that they was growing in Jamaica back in the day, they ain't got nothing organic now. It was healing cancer, it was healing all kinds of ailments, and the government fought and made it illegal. That's how it was probably really, helping people, because the government wanted it to stay illegal because they make more. The money is in the medicine. They don't want you smoking weed and it's gonna heal your cancer when they can give you a radiation treatment, something that's gonna kill your body, and it still ain't gonna heal no damn cancer. And they making $30,000 a whop off of it. But y'all, we got into something. Oh yes, it do. It smells terrible. I don't know how. I'm allergic to smoke, so I've never even smoked no weed, and I ain't got. I might be codependent on. I might be codependent on God, but I sure ain't codependent on no type of narcotic. These folks get sprung on weed. Anytime you can't go without something, that means that you are addicted to it. I don't have no addictions. And I can't I've always been afraid of addictions. I can't have nothing controlling my thinking. That means you got that when you need something and you can't go without it. That means you got that in a high place. And I can't have something higher than my thought, than my thinking. That means that it controls my thinking. A chemical controls me. That's when you start to see women selling their bodies and men doing things that they wouldn't normally do so that they can get that narcotic, right? So I've just always stayed away from stuff like that. Anything that would have gotten me addicted. And people too, but I'm allergic to smoke, so I've never even smoked a joint. And I don't think it's called a joint anymore. I'm so old school, I call it a joint. They call it something else now. They used to they call it, they first started calling it a reefer. It went from a reefer to a joint. It went from a joint to bud. Remember they used to call it bud, and now it's what do they call it now? Shit. Um, I forgot what they call it. They call it a zay zay. They call it zay zay or zaza. What they call it, zaza? They call it zaza now. Y'all got to help me out. What are these names of these chemicals? Zaza, Azaze. Um, they call it something else too. Oh yeah, they call it loud, and it do be funky and loud. I don't know how they smoke it. Um, and they call it something else. They call it loud, and they call it something else. Gregory says I have an addiction to cigars, good liquor, and pretty women. Oh, I have an addiction to something. I have an addiction to, oh yeah, they call it blunts, and they call it gas now. They call it gas too. Is it Zay Zay? It's called Zay Zay. Okay, it's called Zay Zay. Is Zay Zay or Zaza? I have an addiction to stiletto heels. I forgot. I got an addiction to buying shoes, to buying stiletto heels. I have an addiction to that, and I have an addiction to expensive perfumes, and I have an addiction to purses. Okay. Um, but I've gotten better though about buying purses though. I don't buy them like I used to, but I always buy shoes, buy heels. Um, Buying heels is therapeutic. Some people need something that's an outlet. When I go buy a heel, like it's like I'm able to exhale, and I'm serious. That's my release. Going to buy a stiletto heel, that's my release, and I'm serious. When I go get my, I can't wait. I can't even wait to go get my nails done because I be going to get my nails done every 2 weeks. And every time I go get my nails done, my nails and toes done, I be so happy that it's a Dillard's right there by my nail shop. And every time I walk out of there, oh, I got to go into the Dillard's to see what kind of new shoes they got out. And I'm telling you, when I walk into the Dillard's and I see those heels, and I'm serious. My mom was like, "You got a addiction," and I'm serious. I exhale, and this is the God's truth. When I walk into the dealers, and I don't know what kind of lights that the dealers have on their shoes, but those shoes be glistening. Those stiletto heels be glistening like new money. I'm serious, and it just excites my brain. And every time I walk in there, I say, I look over there at the shoes and I look over there at the perfume, and it just makes my day. I'm serious. And I walk out happy with bags. Let's see. Joy Loves God says they literally make the drugs their God and would do anything, including kill for it. They neglect their personal hygiene. So absolutely. Um, love all of those. Used to call the herb, but here in Atlanta, the men are wearing them and carrying expensive purses. Yeah, the men carrying purses now. I never thought I'd live to see it. I wouldn't have a man with a damn that carried a damn bag, a purse. A backpack is different. He better put it on his back. But if he carrying on his arm like me, I couldn't have him. It's something ain't right about that. Hermes smells so good. Let's see. A lot of people, what's because see, everybody has different body chemistry. Okay. So there are certain perfumes like I'm hooked on, like that goes really good with my chemistry. That makes that when I put it on, it kind of lingers. Like in the wind, it really lingers. Like that Donna Karen, all of her perfumes is really good with my body chemistry. Um who else is really good with my body chemistry? I got so much perfume in there. Um Now Chanel, a lot of people like Chanel. Chanel is too strong of a perfume for me. It's more of a wintry perfume. I don't really care for it. It doesn't really go good with me. Buddha Thai had a taste and smell back in the 80s. Yeah. Wow. Chance is fire. Now, as far as Victoria's Secrets, I like Victoria's Secrets. Um, I like some of the stuff Victoria's Secrets got, but not their perfumes. I'll buy their lotions. I buy Victoria's Secret's lotions, but I'm not gonna wear their perfume. It doesn't it smells it don't mm. But now I like I always buy their pink, like their pink tights, and I got all of their pink stuff. And I buy all of their, all of my underwear and stuff from there. Their panties and bras I love. Demon says, I love YSL Black Opium. Oh, that smells good too, Demon. Mademoiselle. Okay. I don't think I've tried Mademoiselle. I may have seen it in there too. In a blue bottle, maybe. Um, oh, I love the beautiful. The beautiful smells really good. I got some of that. I got all of the different smells in the beautiful. Oh, and I get a lot of compliments when I got the alien perfume. It smells really good. It lingers. It smells so good, that alien. Korean Cloud Christian is just too expensive. Korean Cloud Christian. I wonder, does it smell good? Because, see, I don't like strong scents. I like scents that smell good, but they linger and they're not too strong. Now, Bath and Body Works got some really good hand sanitizer. It smells real good. I bought the hand sanitizer from out of there. And candles. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I went into when I was on vacation. Now, I'm gonna tell you what I like in Sephora. I love that God, what's the name of that perfume? It's got a lot of different brands. Um that Sephora sells. Oh my God. Um, but they sell it in Macy's too. It's called Love. Oh my God, I cannot think of it right now. Yeah, I guess we done talked about Shundale. We got 140 some people on here. I guess they're saying now they're going to talking about perfumes and oils and stiletto heels and stuff. Y'all, I just kind of get carried away when I start talking about stiletto heels. I can't wait to go and buy me another heel. I can't wait to see what dealers got out. Um, Burberry for me. Oh yeah, Burberry for men smell good. I love it when guys smell good, and I don't mean throwing no perfume on top of no funk. I'm talking about when he has a clean smell and he smells good. Cause believe it or not, when they put on perfume, I mean not oh Jesus, I rebuke that in the name of Jesus. No man, not perfume from a man. I mean cologne. When they wear cologne, you know when their skin smells clean. Hell, you know when it's funk up under cologne. Um, Perfume smelling time. You running a gamut tonight. I guess we've been on here 3 hours, y'all. I get carried away when I start talking about perfume and stiletto heels, and I love like Victoria's Secrets is running a sale on like their panties and bikinis and stuff. I think they got a sale right now. And I love just going and buying all of them. And bras. Oh yeah, I love Calvin Klein. Oh my God. I buy all of Calvin Klein's tights. I order all of them in different colors so that I can work out in. And sometimes I be wearing them when I have to go out on these cases and sit all day. Calvin Klein's tights and stuff are very, very comfortable. Like their material and stuff, they're so comfortable. I love wearing Calvin Klein tights. All right, you guys. We've been on here almost 3.5 hours. I guess, as my grandma used to say, I reckon she didn't say reckon. She said I raking with R-A. I reckon, y'all, it's time for us to get on up. We talked about Shundale. We talked about how there's smoke and mirrors as it relates to Shundale, y'all. It's smoke and mirrors as it relates to him. Um, they say that Shundale is on the run. But for some odd reason, I don't believe that Shondell is on the run. I don't believe it. Okay. I kind of thank you, Sauce One. Shout out to Sauce. I was lurking on his channel. I believe it was yesterday. I was looking at that stuff on King Von because I was like, oh yeah, I had saw and I had because I had just said I was like, Soldier Boy ain't said nothing in a long time, y'all. So then I went over. I was over there on Sauce page, and I said, "Wait a minute, Soldier Boy lurked." So he titled. He said, Soldier Boy trolling again." Something get ready to happen within the industry. He said every time Soldier Boy start trolling, something be getting ready to happen within the industry. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I had just said Soldier Boy being quiet, and then I went over there on Sauce page and he said Soldier Boy trolling again. Something get ready to happen. I clicked on it. Soldier Boy sitting up with a whole lot of money out on the table, and he's sitting up talking about I want to sign somebody, but you got to put work in. To me, that sounds like a subliminal. It sounds like to me Soldier Boy trying to solicit somebody for a hit. He was high out of his mind. I wish Soldier Boy would go take his ass to the rehab. I really do. I wish he'd go to the rehab. Joy Loves God says one thing for sure, Shundale is major player in this case. Absolutely, he's a major player in the case. D-Mon says, and everyone keeps forgetting about how the three dudes that shot up the memorial are still locked up. That's true. I'm sure that they're talking too. And they don't say anything about them, but Saul said that was an indicator on what was going to happen to Rondo. Wow. Whenever he started trolling, something happened. Whenever he started trolling, something happens. Lord have mercy. But I'm tripped out about how they say that Trayon accomplice down in that Covington murder, he had somebody with him, and they say his accomplice is on the run. They ain't gave no name. They ain't said another word about him. They ain't put no picture out about him. They ain't said nothing else about his accomplice. They just say he on the run. They kind of did him like they did Shundale. That's kind of weird. Gregory says another Rico coming in Atlanta this week or next week. Lord have mercy. Well, Fanny not playing down there. But I told y'all heard what CJ Davis said. She said from the very start that they had pending indictments. She said that from the very start. And I guess because it's taken a minute, people have, are able to put out a whole lot of crazy stuff in the atmosphere, but ain't nothing changed. Those indictments are still coming. Because when I was down there, the Friday that I had went down there before Trayon was ever even indicted, I wasn't expecting for that person to tell me that. They just saw me down there because I was taking care of some business and said, Tamara, it's get ready to be some more indictments. And I didn't even ask when. I remember I came, I did my show that night. I said, somebody told me today is going to be some damn indictments. I had no idea it was going to be Monday that Trayon was going to be indicted. So I keep telling y'all CJ Davis said it. She said it from the very start. And then I kept telling y'all that there are going to be more people indicted. Okay? It's going to be more people indicted. You hear Cornelius's attorney say, well, this could take years. I know he's saying that because, of the system being backed up because of COVID and things of that nature, but it probably will take years as people are indicted in doses. I'll say it like that. People are indicted in doses. because like I said, when you're dealing with people that's got a little bit of money, they able to hire all these expert people to come in there and cast doubt and stuff like that, and they know they be guilty. So the prosecutors just have to make sure that they have their case tied up. That's all. All you have to, you have to wonder why the attorney that said that they was gonna, represent straight drop, they decide that they gonna pull out. I'm sure they did that for a reason, because they probably gonna be busy with something else. Hell, I mean, you never know in the future. Sometimes people are like psychics; they can foresee the future or something like that. You know, who knows? All right, you guys, we've been on here almost 3.5 hours. I got to get off because I got to be out on a case at 6 o'clock in the morning. So I got to get my rest. I have really enjoyed you guys tonight. I had fun with y'all tonight. We had fun. Even though we talked about Shundale, it was still kind of lighthearted. It wasn't so bad. It was a really a fun night. I think tomorrow night we're gonna talk about I kind of want to talk about, because I have really been getting interested in this King Von situation. I really have. I'm just kind of interested in it for some reason, because I kind of feel like King Von and Quando Rondo was kind of set up or something. I don't know. I did like 3 hours of research the other day. I was like, dog, because it was just getting more and more interesting. I did not expect for that to happen as I started to look into it. Okay, so we might talk about that. We might talk about something else. I don't know. If I ain't dirt tired tomorrow, I know people be out on Friday nights, so who's to say I won't rest tomorrow? Because I might get home pretty late tomorrow. But if I don't come on tomorrow night, I'll definitely be on Saturday. Okay. All right, you guys. I want y'all to have a good night. Thank y'all for tuning in and supporting the channel. I appreciate you guys so much. Saul says it's bloggers putting fake beefs out, but they really working to. Oh, absolutely. They really working together for sure. Absolutely, they are. Unfortunately, a lot of people feel like that this fake stuff sells, and they get mad at people who don't participate in that. I'm not gonna participate in that stuff. I'd rather tell the truth. I might not have all the views, but I like quality more than quantity. I'm gonna put out the truth, and I ain't gonna be fake beefing and stuff. Right? They ain't fooling nobody. People starting to catch on to the play. They starting to catch on to the play with all this fake stuff. And those who ain't catching on to the play, either something wrong with them or they are part of it themselves. So that's so true. All right, you guys. Let's see who's still in here. I want to shout out everybody that's still in here before I get off. Let's see, Demon. I see Natural Born Queen, Miss Akia, Jeff Lee, William Barrett, Lori. I see Hakia. I see Sauce One, Mr. 500. Y'all make sure y'all go check him out. I love his show. Joy Loves God is still in the house. Two Pistols is still in the house. Gregory is still in the house. Natural Born Queen, Jeff Lee. Who else is in here? I want to shout everybody out. Okay, Sauce. Demon says, fake beef, fake content, fake all the way around. Sir Gregory, I see. Did I say Joy Loves God? D Bradshaw is in the house. Who else is in here rocking with me? I just want to send everybody a shout out before I get off. I guess that's everybody that wants to put their name in the chat, because we got some more people in the background. Shout out to all those in the bushes. I appreciate y'all for chilling out with me, even if you don't want to, put your name in the chat. That's cool. I appreciate y'all for logging on and listening to the show. Okay. Y'all make sure y'all govern yourselves with um civility, I guess, tomorrow. And ask God to go before you tomorrow, because there's so much stuff that's going on. People are absolutely out of their minds, but just ask God to go before you to make the highways and the byways right before for you, and pray. You know, we deal with a lot of spiritual warfare on this internet, as you have a lot of evil eyes, a lot of evil entities, people with witchcraft and things of that nature. They're fighting with darkness to try to come against you, to try to, if they can't assault you in the physical, they want to try to assault you in the physical, in the spiritual. So make sure when you get off of here, you pray and rebuke everything and send it back to the sender. That's the only way you're going to deal with these voodoo ass folks. Okay, every demonic thing that they try to send at you, you send it back. You reverse the curse and send it back to them. When their ass is stretched out on their damn back with their tongue hanging out to their damn titties, they're going to learn to stop trying to put curses on folks that ain't did a damn thing to them, when they mouth twisted all the way back around to the back of their damn head. Because all of them curses that they've tried to put on you has backfired on them, okay? So every curse that is spoken out against me or any of the well-doers on my live by any demonic force will be sent back to them in the name of Jesus, and it's going to hit them in their damn forehead, okay? So don't mess around and have a stroke coming up against the wrong people, because the word will turn on you, okay? When you're speaking out that witchcraft and that voodoo shit, all because you've been given an assignment or you jealous of somebody, okay? No weapon formed against any of us shall prosper, and anything that rises up against us will be condemned. Okay. I want y'all to have a good night. I love y'all. Y'all be safe tomorrow. Talk to you later.